is going on? Ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, I can hear myself now. Okay, now will the actual background audio work? Okay, it's not picking up that. Let's see. Cause wait. Why aren't you picking up that? What is going on? Why are you... I'm playing something right now in the background that you should be hearing the music. But desktop audio is not connect... Wait, okay. What happens if I... What happens if I do this? Cavern Remembrance. Hazel, not helping. Bum 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 bum. I should be hearing double the Cavern Remembrance theme. I have my stream up. So once that overlaps... Don't bite me. I'm not hearing double the Cavern's Remembrance. Why is this not... What happens if I do that? Why aren't you... What is going on? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, please work. Did I fix it? Damn it! No! What is happening? Why can't I hear the actual audio from the rest of the computer? Advanced audio properties. Damn it! No! What is happening? Why can't I hear the actual audio from the rest of the computer? Because if the audio from the computer isn't working, that means the game's not gonna be picked up. And I want the game audio to be picked up. Advanced audio properties. This used to work perfectly fine before. What happened? What is happening? Why can't I hear the actual audio from the rest of the computer? Because if the audio from the computer isn't working, that means the game's not gonna be picked up. And I want the game audio to be picked up. This used to work perfectly fine before. What happened? Oh, okay. No. Output. Because if the audio from the computer isn't working, that means the game's not going to be picked up. And I want the game audio to be picked up. Okay, now we're hearing triple AJ. Oh, okay. No. Output. Okay, now we're hearing triple AJ. Oh, okay. No. Output. Okay, alright. That's enough. No. We're... Okay. I am completing an endless cycle. I need to stop that. Hazel, let me know the moment you start hearing the Cavern Remembrances theme. While I try to work this out. Still nothing? I just don't understand what's happening. If I put you... Where is fucking... Okay, there it is. Oh, you can hear it now? Okay. Okay, you can hear the Cavern of Remembrance theme, right? Like, ignore the volume. It's supposed to be low right now. But you can hear my voice and the Cavern of Remembrance theme. Okay. Okay, I'm about to turn up the Cavern of Remembrance theme. Let me know if it gets louder. E. Okay. Okay. Alright, then that's that test done and over with. We're going to Heart of the Woods. And then we're gonna pray this works. Why do you keep on biting me? Okay. The game doesn't have any audio playing right now, so okay. I think since everything's fixed, I can start getting people in here. Oops, wait. Wait. Since everything's fixed, that's... Okay. Okay, you can hear the Cavern of Remembrance theme, right? Like, ignore the volume. It's supposed to be low right now. But you can hear my voice and the Cavern of Remembrance theme. Okay. Okay, I'm about to turn up the Cavern of Remembrance theme. Let me know if it gets louder. Okay. Alright. If Ray Ripley believes this, I'm gonna bite you again. Why? What did I do? What does Ray Ripley have to do with any of this? Shit. Okay, alright. Now I want OBS here. Now I want you right here. And then you go away. You open up here. Then Discord's kind of bleh. Hey, Fodder. Can you hear me? I should mute the microphone really loud. I apologize, but EP. Okay. I think I'm good, so boop. Alright, thank you for purchasing Heart of the Woods. Please configure to follow accessibility settings before you start the store. You can change these options at any time. Text screen. I like text stream placement enabled. Test audio cues, test music cues. Piano top left corner, maybe the song name will be displayed. Thanks. Audio cues have been enabled. Additional descriptive text quickly on Skitchix company. I don't need that. Descriptions are disabled. Thank you. More accessible are available in games options. Please enjoy Heart of the Woods. That's loud. That's loud in my ears. That's loud in my ears. Okay, I'm turning down the game's master audio on my computer. Hazel, let me know if the games and my voice is balanced. And don't do cat bites gifts. Sound. Oh, it has one get everyone's voices. Maddie, Tara, Morgan, Abigail, Evelyn, extras. Sound. Oh, music. Oh, okay, no, that's good. That's good where it is. Enable voices continue playing until finished or replaced by another line. General, windowed, full screen. A cross. Text speed, auto forward. Skip. Text, default. Off color white. Self voice is on. Audio cues, screenshot. Okay. Music room. Music gallery. Yay, I got a free achievement. Hazel! Are you listening? Enter. Yeah. View CG gallery. Notes. Thank you for taking the time to play Harder Woods. Hope we love down. Passion game shines, please. Please continue supporting us. Video game has been my dream since a little girl. I'm it's an honor to be part of such an incredible team of past people. I'm glad to anyone who's taken time to play this really love. Aww. Okay. Hazel, you never answered my original request of is the game's audio and my voice balanced, all nice and neat? I swear to God, if you catbite me gif again to respond to my question, I am so help me. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, there's a snow effect whenever I move. Cross, circle, control pumps. Oh. If I do plug in my controller, which I probably should later to charge it when the day ends, but no. Okay, good. Alright, so never really. I've heard one of my good friends, Luna. Hopefully she unfortunately is unable to be here right now because her power is out, but she has been recommending this game to me for like nearly our entire friendship. And then she bought it for me for the Steam summer sale, so I thought, yay, let's actually get around to it. What the actual details of this game are, I don't really know, but just like, I like going into games knowing I'm gonna play them, but I don't really want to know the details. So, without further ado, let's just get started. Chapter 1. It is so funny how the SpongeBob narrator has... A Winter Wonderland has ingrained in my head of what title cards should sound like. Okay, so that's the save button. I can save any slot. It's quick save. There's a log button. Back to title screen. History, options. And then the auto button. So the place was pitched to us, out in the middle of the forest with an unpronounceable name in a village that time forgot. And the email sounds like every other ghost hunter's paradise that we kept message about, isolated and antiquated, with tourism board encouraging hokey effects and gaudy billboards. I think the auto speed might be a little bit too slow for my liking. Just a bit. Auto forward. Vast majority of these emails go unanswered. If Tara wasn't so conspicuous, this capricious is... Okay, no, that's too fast. That's too fast. How about I go to the W? Sometimes during the middle of nowhere for emails, the vast majority of these emails will go unanswered. A new Ave Mujika song came out. You're not... Hey, Val, get back here! I have a particular complete by one. But no, after journeying to the middle of nowhere to find a struck me of fancy, I've let it go dragon. So here I am for the last time. The tree beats out a slow, monotonous rhythm beneath us. It's an older machine, the sort that looks like it's supposed to take us to a wizarding school that should be in a museum. Burn could still fade a gift. Yeah, you better stay here. Hey, Mug. If you want Kadame, wait for Tuesday. Because, that's when it's gonna go up. When I bought the tickets, I saw we were getting something a bit more modern. Oops. Should my seat, the tattered cushion and wooden boards doing this little soothe pain in my back. We've been on this train for 12 hours, and I can feel every one of them in my bones. Tara's been out for the past 6, upright but fast asleep. Bumpy rides bother her, she doesn't show it. The paperback she was reading dangles low in her hand, in danger of losing her spot in the book. I scuff my feet, kicking at nothing. As tired as I am, I'm afraid our journey to end. For Tara to wake up, to have to talk to her. I'm almost offended that she can sleep. She's preoccupied as I am, fighting off intrusive thoughts and wondering what to say. You wouldn't know from looking at her that we've barely spoken for 3 days. That's how long ago I told her this was our last trip for the show together, and that's how I was quitting once we got back home. Since packing, booking our tickets, finding someone to take care of the cat while we're gone, happened in a blur. We've been cordial, but that's about it. My heart hurts, but it tells me I made a right decision. Yawning, I lean back and pretend it's comfortable. The cushion's unnoticeable, nearly as firm as the wooden floor beneath us. The heater in the corner hems and haws like an old man, but it's nearly powerful enough to fight enough of the chill. Desperately wish I could sleep too, but one of us needs to wake to get to the station, and that should be any minute now. Plus, I would never be able to... You know what? Yeah, actually, Hazel, I changed my mind. Go listen to the Ave Mujika song, and just never be here again. I'm kidding. Don't leave me. My eyes sore, and I rub one of them as I press my cheeks to the cold window. Outside, it might be a world compared to the city we left behind. Not for the moonlight, it would be unable to see anything, but the soft, white glow makes the snow nearly forest glisten like it's under some sorceress's spell. A winter wonderland. The trees are bare, save for the blanket of snow that covers them, their empty branches looking like something out of a kid's Halloween movie, shaking in the wind as if possessed. They seem to be stretched on forever, farther than I can even see. It's more like an ocean in the forest. Morgan certainly wasn't exaggerating when she said this place was remote. Intermediate lights... That is intermediate, right? Whatever. Lights flicker! On and off. Let me know if you... Wait, let me do something real quick. If you hear the game's audio stop, let me know. And I need you to respond right away, Hazel. Can you still hear the video game's music playing? Please don't tell me you actually listen to the Ave Mujika. Hazel, I don't want to get the double audio. I don't think. Mute it. Okay. Thank you, Mug. So now you can hear the audio again. Oh wait, now I hear. Okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna touch. When I'm back to recording mode, I'll turn that setting off. I'll just leave it on for this. Intermediate lights flicker amongst the trees in the distant darkness, which I assume come from the eyes of winter campers or hermits. Call them crazy. I'm about to be in the exact same position. Something catches my eye way out of the woods. One of the trees, barely visible, seems to shake in a different way than the rest, as if blown by a different breeze. Thin layer of frost beginning to form the outside of the window as I push my face against it, turning to try and find whatever it was I saw. It's gone, though. It's almost certainly it was never there to begin with. Either my eyes were playing tricks on me, or the moonlight was. I sigh and I sit back again, allowing my eyes to barely close. I won't fall asleep. I'll just... I'll back to learn as the train lunches harder than before. The shrill whistle sounding. The shudders of the train grow stronger as we begin to slow down. The driver hits the brakes. The brakes! We're almost there. I've been reading too much visual novels today. And also days. Across from me, Tara is undisturbed. However, she still hasn't dropped her book. Apparently, she's less clumsy when she's asleep. Through the frosted window, I can see the lights with me Eisenfeld as we approach the station. There are far and few between, like scattered stars. The buildings appear to be sporadically nested on and around the hill. Around the bend, the village goes out of sight once more. Can't really put this off any longer. I lean over and shake Tara's shoulder.
Hey, wake up. We're almost there.
Open your eyes, Tara mumbles a response.
How close is almost?
Seriously?
I don't know. Couple minutes?
Okay, I'm getting up.
She isn't getting up.
I mean it. If you sleep through the stop, we're just going to...
I'm up, Mads.
She finally opened her eyes. I cut off my end of my sentence, not sure if she's serious or not. We're not even there yet, and we're already snappy. God, I wish I could just sleep. But just a little longer, I tell myself.
You excited?
Little bit.
Lie.
You?
Lies in the seat!
Kinda nervous still.
What is there to be nervous about? We've done this 1,000 times.
Yeah, well, this isn't like those other 1,000 times. And you know that.
She shrugs again, not meeting my eyes.
I don't know, Maddie. I'm sorry. Let's chill.
Yeah, sorry.
We lapsed into silence. When she was asleep, it wasn't awkward. Just went off this train. I'm distracted by going to the cabin, taking in the new sights. Any minute now.
Hey, listen.
Yeah?
I know you're, like, not super thrilled to be here.
Pauses, likely hoping me to disagree. I don't.
But let's just be cool, okay? Let's just try and have a good time.
Hazel, everyone is a homosexual. Don't you know? Breathes a deep sigh and let out slowly. She's right. I'm committed to this trip. I can at least make it easy on myself.
Yeah, okay. Sorry for getting bitchy. I'm tired.
I feel ya. Hey, how do I look?
Like you just slept for 6 hours on a train.
That bad, huh?
She messed with her hair in some attempt to improve its state. The results are unnoticeable at best.
Hopefully it's good enough for Morgan...
Fisher.
Morgan Fisher.
If she's meeting her online hero or whatever, then I doubt she'll care that your hair's a mess.
God, I hope not. I don't want to end up on some fashion faux pas vid. For real though, if she's super fangirly, then let's just let her get it out of her system and hopefully she won't make things weird later.
Making things get weird later is kind of our specialty though.
Yeah, true. But hey, it got us to 250,000 subs, so like, we must have been doing something right.
Hazel, we must make things weird in order to boost the popularity of my channel. Stick out by fixating on everything she says is past tense. It's over after this. It's fully my decision. I'll just say the words and things will go back to normal. I doubt Tara would ever bring it up again if I asked her not to. It'd be so easy. Ghost stories, yes, ha ha ha, Monogatari's. No, Bakemonogatari's. We suffer the train into another world. A frigid wind saps heat from my body almost immediately, as I've been waiting until we arrived to pelt us into our skin. Felt like it was burning. Cynically, I wrapped my arms around myself to preserve what little body heat I have left, but it doesn't change a thing. Might as well not even wearing a coat for all good minds does. Did you try buttoning it up? It's nice to have the moon keeping things from because of pitch black. No, Mug, I'm not going back to Life is Strange. I just need to keep some warmth around us. Sarah didn't seem to notice the cold. Armed with nothing but her signature jacket, she might seem immune to the chill. She's oh and ahs all over the rustic train platform, but there must be a ghost hiding in the rafters. I don't have time for trails in the sky! Do you see how busy my schedule is? Did you watch my anniversary video? Just a minute later, the train rumbles off into the night, leaving us behind. Not a single passenger boarded. Tara watches it go, nodding in approval.
Okay, this place is already killing it in terms of atmosphere.
It's like she's completely forgotten the uncomfortable energy that filled the train, back to her usually overexcited self. Probably be bitter, but instead I can't help feeling jealous of how she can just shake it off. She's a little pocket camera that's been carrying with her, and she uses it to take a few pictures of the inky blackness surrounding us. Glance upwards to the lights for the ceilings, which would hang from the ceiling. The small candles, lit with real as flame as opposed to electric. One of them been blown out, swinging useless in the breeze. About as ineffective as keeping away the darkness as my coat is keeping me warm. The low light will surely ruin Tara's photos, but she's snapping without it care.
You know none of those are actually going to be visible, right?
She ignores me, probably should just let her enjoy the moment.
This place really does feel super eerie. Listen.
I do, and it soon becomes apparent what she's referring to. The silence all around us is quiet. The sound of the train is faded, leaving us in total solitude. The flickering of lights of Eisenfeld seem impossibly far away, though I know it can't be more than a half hour's walk.
It's so quiet. Isn't that cool? We're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
That's one way to put it.
I strain my eyes and ears looking for a hint of Morgan, who's supposed to be picking us up. Using a sound of car's engine would be carried out pretty far out here. Damn it, you're going to watch WWE as well?
This could be the place where we finally get some hard evidence. Something solid.
You abandoned me for Rhea Ripley? Yes, I know. Hazel. She says this time she cited me
Just
more.
look at it. Something's got to be out there. I can feel it.
How about you only leave during Rhea Ripley's bit and then you come back? Near the platform is impossible. My expectations are higher than usual, though, which is to say, non-existent. I wouldn't terribly believes what she's saying either. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet.
That would be the perfect send-off, wouldn't it?
The words sting. Damn it, not here. Not already. Why did I try to deflect from this somehow, but set her back to her path. Let her enjoy the moment without me spoiling. Well, I actually, if you just want to focus on WWE, I was just pulling your chain. You can do whatever you want.
Maybe this will be the one that finally gets you a con panel so you don't have to crash someone else's.
That was one time, and their panel would have sucked without me.
Her voice has edge of a typical bravado again. It's a relief to hear. Turn to the camera, I give myself a moment to try and take it in my surroundings. Supernatural or not, there's something oddly serene about this place. That said, it's more like if it wasn't so damn cold. I shiver and cross my arms tighter. Surely Morgan will be here soon.
I can't wait to see the village tomorrow. I hope it's like one of those museum exhibits with the little replica towns and people.
Little town full of little
like
people.
Architecturally.
She sounds out the words slowly.
All rustic and old-timey.
I can't imagine that it'll be that different from home. They've got to be modern enough for Morgan to watch Paranormal after all.
Haha, Paranormal, that's a good pun.
If you're expecting people to be walking around in monocles and waistcoats, you're gonna be disappointed.
Here I thought I'd finally get a chance to show off how amazing I'd look in a top hat.
I'm sure you'd be the Tina heartthrob of the Victorian era.
Caitlin Kierman. She's gives a person a snort of amusement. Her responses feel more muted than usual, but the fact we're able to get a banter is a good sign. I'm glad I could cheer her up, even though that was the cause of her low mood in the first place. However, after a moment, she looks back at me, her expression serious for once.
Okay, so about Morgan. Like I said before, let's give her a chance to get all the excitement out of the way first. We should be nice and friendly, but let's try to keep it professional.
I never thought I'd hear you, of all people, say that.
I find myself flashing back the unprofessional situations I extract from Tara, ranging from bad one-night stands to actual police custody. Extricate. That's the way I could stripe Tara. But professional is there's a lot of ways I can stripe Tara, but professional is definitely not one of them.
Hey, I usually make a good first impression. It's just the second impression and beyond that you've got to watch out for. That's
my new motto now. I laugh out loud at that, and I catch her smirking before she looks away. She's played cool all she wants, but I can tell the way she's bouncing up and down that she's undeniably excited for the fangirling she mentioned. Usually one of her favorite parts. Sure, a little ego boost will go a long way right about now. Hazel, you're gonna fangirl when you meet me in real life, and you're like, oh my god, I watch your videos, right? But that's more the desire to keep my blood flowing. Thankfully, it isn't long. You can see a silhouette of someone approaching through the storm.
Oh, thank God.
It's gotta be her, right?
Given that we're the only people out here, I really hope so.
Girl gets closer. She's easier to see. Not exactly an imposing figure, but as she moves with purpose, carrying a large thermos, she raises a greeting as she approaches. Not staring at me with them big ol' eyes. I wave back. One of the first things to notice about her, she's ungodly reason she's not wearing a coat at all, which can protect her from the frigid weather, which looks like hand-knit sweater, much like Tara. When she reaches the platform, she greets us with nothing more than a tired smile and a small nod. Not exactly the geeking out Tara was expecting. I mean, it's cold, she walked, it's late.
Hey there, you two. Sorry I'm late.
Her voice is friendly, but flat. She sounds like she hasn't slept in days. Tara looks a bit taken aback how subdued she is. Recovering quickly, she puts on a big celebrity grin.
Oh
my god, she has a fang!
No worries. Are you Morgan?
Like on
That's right. It's really nice to meet you, Tara.
Morgan's smile does seem to grow warmer as she greets her, but her face quickly gains a neutral expression a moment later. Why did you think that? I can see Tara's smiles falter as she realizes it's clearly the maximum amount of geeking out this girl is capable of. To her credit, she recovers well.
Likewise. Charmed, I'm sure.
Okay, maybe not that well. Tara extends her hands and Morgan gives a brief handshake before turning to me.
You're Madison, right? I think we spoke online already.
Just Maddie is fine. Nice to meet you.
She shakes my hand well, a firm, friendly handshake that ends as quickly as began. Before she continues, she takes another sip from her thermos. I find myself wishing for a cup of coffee, too. I mean, that could be tea in there. You don't know that.
It really is nice to meet the two of you. I'm sure you receive a lot of invitations, so I'm glad you were interested in mine.
Are you kidding? Remote village in the middle of a huge forest? There's no way I'd pass that up.
A
I've
visual
heard all
novel?
kinds of stories about the things
What could
you'll
go
find in
wrong?
places like this.
Hopefully not too many, or I won't have anything new for you.
Oh, I'm sure you've got something I'll be interested in.
Real smooth, Tara. So much for being professional. I see Morgan's mouth twitch slightly at the comment. I can only hope it was something closer to a smile than a grimace.
Tomorrow I can show you around the village. There isn't too much out of the ordinary there, but I'm sure you can find a few things that interest you.
That would be wonderful. We can go sightseeing when Tara isn't off chasing spirits around in the woods.
Morgan and I both smile. Tara flashes me a look of mock annoyance for the slight. Was probably eating her up that I got more of a reaction on Morgan than she has.
It's about a half-hour's carriage ride to the cabin if you guys want to head out. Do you need help with your bags at all?
Tara lifts her bags, giving Morgan a shiny grin. I'm sure I can see her accidentally flex her arms, too.
Don't even worry about it. I got this.
Okay, cool. This way.
As I follow her, I can see Tara pouting behind her. I can never see the wind get taken out of her sails like that. At least she'd give her another thing to think about besides my departure. Wait a second. Did I say carriage? Did she say carriage?
No way.
Stand in front of an honest-to-God horse-drawn carriage. If weren't the little white puffs of breath coming from the horse's mouth, I'd be willing to believe there was some sort of commemorative statue. Maddie?
This is so cool.
The
Is it
horse is
yours?
here.
It belongs to my family. Given that there aren't any roads through the woods, there isn't really a point to anyone out here owning a car.
Move closer, examining the craftsmanship as best I can in the moonlight. The design is fairly bare bones, but the few flourishes here and there and semi-ornate painted finishes make it clear there's something built with love and care. Let's go to New York City. You can find some of those there. Somehow I was the only one who seemed intrigued by our ride.
Tara, come take a look at this.
As I speak, I look back and see completely standing still, as if her cold has rooted her to a spot.
Give me a sec. I'm just taking in the view a bit. From a distance.
She's trying to act nonchalant, but her eyes wide kept flickering towards the horses. Her previous genuine grin turned to a very nervous grimace. God, is she actually scared of horses? The horses here? Slowly inching forward, she scoots further away from the horses as she approaches the carriage. I doubt she's planning for the first impression to be Morgan learning that she's absolutely terrified of horses. Don't post a gift, Hazel. She at least better tolerate them, or it's going to be an even longer trip than I expected.
Wait, if this is the only way through the woods, how are we going to get back and forth between the cabin and the village? Don't tell me we'll have our own carriage. Neither of us can drive one.
A snowmobile?
Oh, I'm going to be driving you. I can take you back and forth and help you navigate the woods. You didn't expect me to just let you wander around a forest in the middle of nowhere without a guide, did you?
Tara, still slowly making her way towards the carriage, does her best to give me a look of excitement. If anything, it resembles the look of a panicked hostage. The fact that she was trying to play it cool is admirable in its futility. I mean, I feel like
It's not any trouble.
we can both learn how to drive a horse-drawn carriage.
It's no trouble. I run my own shop, so my schedule is pretty flexible. I'm more than happy to help.
She looks over at Tara, who's finally made it within a few feet of the carriage. She shoots us both a thumbs up.
I have a feeling she might need it.
Trust me, you have no idea.
Morgan turns deftly and swings into the seat, taking hold of the reins. Tara finally manages to place her hand in the carriage and climb up to sit along next to her, shaking all the way. Let us sigh of relief and follow suit, mounting up next to Tara. Tara. I'm so used to pronunciation of my own OCs being Tara that my brain just kicked in there. It's a little cramped up here, but I feel weird just by sitting by myself. Besides, not keeping an eye on Tara is a pretty guaranteed way to make it even worse first impression.
So, can you do any tricks in this thing?
The path to the cabin turned out to be a complicated one. We making twists and turns through the trees for a few minutes, but Morgan seems to know exactly where she's going. Not even the dark can stand in her way.
You can navigate through all this with just that little lantern? How can you see landmarks?
Don't worry, I know these woods better than just about anything. Besides, the moonlight is more than enough for me.
Help but feel embarrassed as I think of all the times I'd use a flashlight on my phone just to find something dropped in the car. I definitely wouldn't last out here. Looking over, I can see Tara bouncing her leg, probably about to launch into a torrent of questions for Morgan. That flubbed introduction, she's clearly a little less gung-ho than usual, but I know that won't stop her. As such, I should probably get handling my actual adult stuff out of the way quickly before it gets lost in the noise.
Is there anything about the town or the people that we should know? Local customs, things to avoid saying, that sort of thing?
Morgan thinks about it for a moment. It's all for the greater good.
There's a curfew at midnight. Also, you're not supposed to go too far into the forest. I ignore both of those rules a lot. Most of the villagers tend to be sticklers about them, though.
Great, so our host is a troublemaker. I guess it means Tara will be in good company.
So, while we're on our way, could you maybe tell us about some of the specific supernatural occurrences you've seen here so far?
Here she goes. Morgan sits up in a question. She looks towards us, and her eyes seem to lose a bit of constant drowsiness. She's been waiting for this.
Well, we have a lot of freak weather events. Strange storms that appear and disappear, or are localized to certain parts of the forest in ways that shouldn't be possible.
Tara nods solemnly, already enraptured in what Morgan is saying.
Sometimes when I walk in the woods, I can see strange lights here and there. Like tiny little stars inside the forest. I've never been able to get close to them, though.
Raise an eyebrow, but don't say anything. We have countless cases of strange lights before, all which have ended up being rational explanation. That doesn't seem to dampen Tara's spirits, though. Start to drift off. This is more than Tara's jurisdiction anyway, so I'm sure they can wake me up when I get there.
There's also my cat.
Your cat is a supernatural occurrence?
She can talk, so I'd say so.
The words snapped me out of my trance. Looking over her, I can see her holding in a laugh, or spotting some type of mischievous grin. But her face is as serious as it's been since we arrived. We got a yapper on hand.
Your cat can talk? Like, talk the way a human does?
Yes, she's very well spoken, in fact.
Try to hide a sigh. Weird weather and lights and woods are ambiguous enough that I can play along with them. Every so often we get these blatantly fake claims too. Like a talking cat. Tara, however, instantly perks up once the words sink in. She can't actually believe her, right?
So, could we talk to her? She won't mind if I ask her a few questions, right?
I was hoping you'd ask. I think you'll be very interested in what she has to say.
The whole thing is clearly some kind of joke, but Tara's absolutely taken in. I can practically see the wheels turning her head as she plans up her follow-up questions. That's never good.
So, do you have any ideas about what could be causing it? Something in her diet, maybe.
I don't think so.
Have you been feeding her some kind of special Eisenfeld cat food? Can I try some?
Okay, I think that's enough of that.
Tara starts talking about eating cat food. It's time for me to exercise a little diplomacy and move the conversation forward. Crazy or not, I think we should just move on.
So, what kind of things does she talk to you about?
Just about our lives for the most part. I figure you'd be better off hearing it from her rather than me.
I'm sure that'll be illuminating.
I'll say, if there's something that paranormal in the village itself, you must have seen way crazier stuff in these woods.
Starts to gesture as she talks, pointing towards the village and swinging her arms around as she mentions
the woods.
Well, there's one pretty major thing, but you probably won't believe me.
I wouldn't have come out here if I didn't believe you. Anything you have to say, I want to hear.
I can't direct a hint of cynicism in her voice. Either she can believe this girl, or she just met a talking cat, or has given a performance worthy of an Oscar.
Are you sure?
110%. Lay it on me.
She winks at her and flashes her finger guns. Back in celebrity mode, Tara's good at recovery of these things, but never seen her recover on level with this such speed. I watch her lean to Morgan to make sure she catches the next statement. I realize another possible reason for her passionate response. There's one thing she loves more than hearing strange stories is trying to impress a cute girl. Now things are starting to fall into place a bit more.
Well, one of the main reasons I called you out here is I'm not sure if it has a name, but it's some kind of forest spirit.
Spirit? Like a ghost or something?
No, something physical. Some sort of massive creature.
You cannot.
The forest came to life.
But I know the word you're trying to say. Okay, this is new. Even crazier fans don't get this outlandish. Tara's absolutely eating it up. No matter what her reasoning is, I'm glad she's having a good time. Zao, we're about to die in these woods.
Is there anything else you can tell me about it? Does it speak or anything? Have you managed to interact with it at all? Is it more kaiju-sized or more basketball player-sized?
Why
I've
is
only seen it
basketball
once,
player
unfortunately,
the biggest,
so I don't know too much
the
about
smallest
it.
it goes?
I've searched for it a number of times since, but without any results. Who knows? Maybe you two will have better luck than I have. That's what you're best at, isn't it?
In terms of talents, I'd say it's certainly up there.
Morgan's mouth turns up a small but seemingly genuine smile, and her expression grows more slightly less intimidating.
I knew you'd believe me. Nobody else around here does.
I can't imagine why. For Penn Gills, that crosses my mind. As crazy as the story sounds, it can't be possibly easy feeling rejected in a community this isolated. No wonder she was eager to bring us into the fold.
So, how far away would you say we are from the cabin?
We should be coming up on it any minute now. I'll help the two of you get situated and then head back. I'll be happy to tell you more about the spirit tomorrow.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, great. That's great. I'm exhausted.
That much isn't a lie. All I did now is right now is pass out. Past the last of the houses I see, but sparsely marked path continues towards the forest. Last traces of civilization are behind us now.
By any minute now? What exactly did you mean?
I can't believe the biting tone entirely out of my voice.
Just ahead. See?
She points forward into the darkness. I strain my eyes, seeing anything other than murk. Finally, I spot a faint outline of a small cabin practically swallowed by forest.
I started the heater before I left to get you, so it should be warm.
That's what I like to hear. You're like Prometheus.
I'm surprised you know who that is.
Why? I love that movie.
Morgan suddenly jerks the reins, the horse comes to a stop. Tara and I rattle from our seats and nearly fall over. I am an Alien fan. Never speak of that movie in my presence again.
Damn it.
What happened?
By the answer, Morgan's lays in the darkness of the cabin is. I strain to see what she does, as my heart starts to race. Is it a wild animal? A bear? A wolf? A Wolverine? Sounds so sets as the shadow detaches from the cabin and moves towards us. A human shadow. An old woman comes into view, stopping at the edge of the lantern's light. It's clearly related to Morgan. Her angular features, her steely eyes, barely visible in the dark, makes it look like she stepped out of a bouquet painting. Also, they have the same
Why
hair
are
color
you
and
here?
eyes color.
I came to greet our guests.
She spits out the word R, clearly asserting some sort of ownership. I have no idea. We'll find out together. I suck an involuntary breath as she approaches. Go ask Luna on Discord. Saying it's the opposite. Something about her radiates hostility. Even though the horses seem uncomfortable, their ears press back as they stamp their feet in the snow. Up close, her gaze is sharp and fierce. Her face is proud but sunken, cheekbones jutting as her face doesn't quite fit. It makes her look older than she is.
Which of you is Tara?
Mouth drawn in, she looks immediately to Tara and then back again. Each second passes, making the discomfort groans. Waiting for Morgan to intervene, but she doesn't. Tara and I exchange a quick, nervous glance, then she clears her throat and leans forward, offering a handshake.
That's me.
One regards Tara's outstretched hand for a moment, and ignores it.
Welcome to Eisenfeld. My name is Evelyn, the mayor. Who are you?
Attention flickers to me like a hand on a clock.
I'm Maddie. Madison. Tara's manager?
I see.
Clear that she's judging us, though I have no idea on what. Is it homophobia?
Are you done yet? They're tired. You can interrogate them later.
What's exactly volunteering us for? Interrogate is kind of a strong word. Our host makes absolutely no effort to disguise the loathing in our voice. In a town as small as this one, I can't imagine that speaking to someone as important as the mayor like that is a good idea. Even though Evelyn appears entirely unfazed. She remains in the middle of the trail, blocking our path. She and Morgan stare at each other down, while Tara and I sit in painfully uncomfortable silence. At least after a minute, the mayor finally steps out of the way and heads back the way she came.
We'll speak later.
It's clearly a command, not a request. The carriage hits the mobile unit until the sounds of Evelyn's footsteps are lost in the night. Everything, even beyond that.
So she seems nice.
Her statement seems to snap Morgan back into the present. Morgan flicks the reins and we begin moving again. She turns around to face us, looking genuinely apologetic.
I'm so sorry about that. I thought she'd at least wait until tomorrow, and I'd have some time to prepare you beforehand.
Is she your mom?
Technically.
What? No way! How could you tell?
The family resemblance?
Morgan purses her lips.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
Purses.
Long story short, I didn't tell her that you were going to be staying here until this morning.
Speechless, hoping that this is a joke, and the punchline fell flat. Morgan's clearly serious. For the second time in a handful of minutes, I'm wondering what have we gotten ourselves into. Tara laughs, though I can tell it's forced.
Well, it's no big deal, right? It's not like she runs your life.
Why would that be the first thing you says?
Right. We shouldn't get into it right now, though. I'm sure you'd rather sleep tonight.
I see Tara gathering the breath to disagree and tell Morgan that we'd love to hear about her family issues right now, so I head her off.
Yeah, we would.
Whether family drama it is that she's gotten us involved in, I can at least wait until I'm not about to pass out. The carriage comes to a stop just a few feet away from the door. A small stone path has a snow cleared its runway and leads to a short flight of stairs. We're facing a large window, although it's dark and impossible to see into. Morgan vaults out of the carriage, nimbly landing on her feet.
I'll unlock the door. Your luggage already came in too, so it's inside.
Tara launches herself out of the carriage just like Morgan did, and then she quickly scurries away from the patient horses, eyeing them for sudden movements. I climb down as she stands extremely safe distance away.
I can't carry all of this on my own, you know.
I toss her bag and she lurches to catch it, barely keeping it from landing on the snow. We stand back and watch as Morgan fiddles endlessly with the lock in the door, pushing and trying over and over again. Now we're so close to the end, I can feel my last reserves of energy rapidly draining. The backs of my arms feel like they weigh 1,000,000 pounds.
So, what do you think?
Mel as quietly as she can before her timing couldn't be worse.
I think I want to go to bed.
Same as ever, then.
You know me.
With my arms, I peer into the forest. Just beyond the first few lines of trees, everything fades into an inky blackness, thick and impenetrable. I don't know, I can see pretty well, Maddie. Get your eyes checked. Cool breeze rattles the empty branches as they scraped against each other, mimicking the way I'm trying to stay warm. Finally, there's a banging sound as Morgan solves the mystery of the lock and nearly falls through the door. She's got to hit it really hard. Books her head back and through like nothing's happened.
I got it open.
Hallelujah.
I hold my way inside in the blessed warmth. It's been so long since we have a near working heater. A small lamp on the side casts a bit of light over the small room. Our luggage, as promised, is scattered haphazardly around the living room, just like home. Tara slips past me and bounces around and examines it all. Her bags hurled as carelessly as I pulled them out of the carriage.
Oh my god! Holy shit! This is so cool!
I hate cabins in the woods. Sorry, can't relate. Did a few family trips. I don't like nature. Especially in the cold. Sue me.
Isn't this the coolest? It's like staying in a history museum.
That's the kind of thing you'd usually treat like a punishment.
Are you kidding me? I love history. We even did that whole
Hazel,
series
I'm gonna
on the
make
history
Rhea
of
Ripley
cryptids in the
lose if you keep
American
on with the bad
Midwest.
jokes.
And I spent like 3 months on that special about Bigfoot's impact on the Great Depression.
That's one of my favorite episodes. I had never heard of the theory that FDR was a cousin of Sasquatch.
To be fair, I don't think FDR did either.
Morgan laughs and I just roll my eyes. Maddie, what's crawled up your ass?
I mean the kind of history that actually happened.
History is doomed to repeat itself, Mads.
I didn't respond. The whole episode felt like a plot of an awful low budget B movie. Set across the living area towards the tiny hallway with a pair of identical doors.
These are the bedrooms?
That's right. They're the same size, so there's not much of a difference.
Guess I'll take this one then.
When it closed the I push open and close the door. Inside it was just 4 walls of a bed, a shelf, a small dresser. I drop my bag on the floor and roll my suitcases in. Well, maybe if you didn't make such bad jokes, she would have won. Tara lingers in the living room, taking the features about the cabin with Morgan. Suddenly I hear a yelp in pain or horror. I rush back out, knocking over my suitcase, and nearly slamming the door as I go. After seeing Morgan holding a bloody knife or something, but instead Tara's just holding her phone.
What happened?
A tragedy.
No bars.
Actually, worse, the apocalypse. Check out your phone.
Josie just says, expecting news article or alert or something, but there's nothing.
What? I don't have anything.
Exactly. No service out here.
I checked, sure enough she's right. There's the barest trace of a signal at all.
What about Wi-Fi? I assume we have that, right?
Technically.
I don't know. I stocked up the books and downloaded a bunch of new films before we left, since I wasn't expecting to have that much of a connection out here anyway. I'm willing to bet those never even crossed Tara's mind. Good thing I packed a few books. I think she'll like too. Aw. Tara glumly pockets her phone again as Morgan gives us a small smile.
Let me give you the quick tour.
Don't think it's entirely necessary. We can see everything excels, but I don't stop her.
This is the kitchen. There's a stove and an oven. The stove is somewhat picky and doesn't always like to work. Actually, I guess it's the same for the oven.
Don't worry, I don't know how to cook anyway.
Yo, she's just like me, for real, for real.
Over here is the fireplace. I can show you how to chop firewood sometime if you'd like.
I think I might pass on that one.
This is the couch. You can also sleep on it if you'd like. It doesn't unfold into a bed or anything, but I sometimes come here and sleep on it anyway.
That doesn't even surprise me.
The Wi-Fi password is on a note by the phone. So is my phone number, so you can reach me anytime. Do you have any questions?
Shake my head and look at Tara, who does the same.
I think we're good. Thanks for all your help tonight, Morgan.
It was my pleasure. Again, I can't thank you enough for coming all the way out here. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
I'm sure. Can't wait to get started.
Me either. But I should probably be going for tonight. I've kept you up long enough as it is.
She is out of the front door, waving goodbye.
Night, Morgan. Thanks again.
Good night.
Through the large window, we can see she's making her way down the path.
I'm gonna go to bed too.
Yeah, same.
We shut off the lamp as we head to our respective rooms. Tara grabs her bags from the floor where she's tossed them.
Alright, see you in the morning then?
Yeah, night.
Shut the door behind me and she does the same. I sway like a zombie as I stalk towards my bed. It takes the last of my strength to dig out my pajamas out of my suitcase and change. There's a window near that looks like into the forest. First thing I do is pull the curtain shut. There's not bugs in this cabin, right? Crawling to bed, I face away from the window and pull the blanket up to my chin. It's heavy and warm, and I wrapped it around myself like a burrito. The bed is firmer than I'm used to, and the pillow is thinner. What is that are you saying that's their names are a negative thing? Second pillow. I mean, Morgan, Maddie, and Tara is a very common trans girl name. The detached part of me is glad, like Luna, that the timing worked out enough to avoid jet lag. And all that, aside from the Wi-Fi, is really nice as far as accommodations go, especially since we're not paying for it. Seems strange how Morgan would come all the way out here just to take naps sometimes, but I already tell that most of what Morgan does would be considered strange. Also, this is coming from the woman who's named herself Frederica Bernkastel right now. Strange but harmless, I don't mind, but think of her mother, Amir. The chill run down to my side, and I bundled myself up more tightly in the blankets. Should give her a second chance, though, especially to have a warning about her arrival. Stands to reason I should be annoyed at Morgan renting out her family's cabin like that. When I think of it that way, her reaction seemed pretty justified. Be extra polite to her next time we meet. Hopefully it isn't an interrogation like Morgan said. That was probably her just being dramatic, right? I yawned, wishing sleep would come faster. Expected to be out before my head even hit the pillow, not lying here with my thoughts racing. Try to block out everything and focus on my breathing. In and out. In and out. Tap, 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 as the window cuts through the silence. My heart leaps into bolt throat as I bolt right into bed. Catching on the blankets, scrambling to haul them off me. One hand, I desperately feel for my glasses nearby. I can finally find them, shoved in my face, nearly jabbing out my eye. Chore, I look back at the window, the one made me comfortable from the start. It's Morgan. Laying a hand, fist raised against the glass. Stands there patiently, as she knows what kind of emotional roller coaster she just put me to. If she knows what kind of emotional roller coaster she just put me through, she doesn't show it. Shakily, I walk over the window, and I even switch on the lamp. With some difficulty, I wrench it open, disturbing a small mound of snow.
Yes?
It's the best I can manage. Anything longer, I'm not sure I should keep it civil.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Please be ready to go by 8, and I'll come pick you up.
Just blink, unable to comprehend what I'm hearing.
Is that okay? We could make it 8:30, but no later.
No, 8 is fine. Is that all?
That's right. Have a good night. Sorry if I disturbed you.
Slam the window shut and hobble back to bed. She dived back in the snow and scared the hell out of me for that? I mean, hey, it's important information. Checking the time on my phone. It's nearly midnight. 8 hours to sleep and then ready to go. It's gonna be a long month, isn't it? It's 8 hours and 34 minutes later. I know because I'm telling my times my phone's only remaining function. Yet I still check it constantly, like something might change. True to her word, Morgan was here to pick us up right at 8. It's a minor miracle that Tara and I were both ready to go. Doc, why do you have to be so pessimistic? I don't know who had it worse, me waking up to the alarm or Tara waking up to me banging on her door. Even now, she slowly eats a piece of bread from the kitchen, looking out the world like a cow chewing cud. With each bump that carriage hits, the tiny cup of my tiny cup of coffee threatens to spill to my hand. Not sure that I feel it. After answering Morgan's perfunctory questions about our first night, we spent the rest of the ride in silence. She acknowledged at all how she knocked on my window. Apparently, it wasn't remarkable enough to her deserve another mention. I watched her from over her shoulder as we approached the town. When the train last night, the scattered lights made Eisenfield appear to be a lot larger than it really is. Now in the daylight, I have to strain my eyes to pick out some of the buildings against the hill and the snow. Tara's missing it, staring at her feet. Crumbs littered the floor beneath her. Morgan guides us along a path. I'm pretty sure it's the same one as last night. A few villagers move out of the way of our carriage, not even turning to look. It must be a regular occurrence. Even though it's hard for anyone to see us in here, I can still feel self-conscious. I clutch the bag of camera gear tied up to my chest, hiding it behind it. There are any other carriages on the road, nor anything bigger than a push cart, so we still stand out the least in my head. Situation's awkward or out of ordinary to Morgan, she doesn't show it. She pulls the rein in the carriage and comes to a stop in the road. There are many other people up here, but when views there give us a wide berth.
And here we are.
The terror finally perks up, the words clearly spoken for her benefit. Takes a moment to realize we made an entrance, but as soon as she does, she's in showbiz mode. She leaps her foot, throwing off in exhaustion like a disguise.
Here we are indeed.
Looped out of the carriage, spinning circles like we're in the middle of a grand plaza instead of the middle of the street. I climb out more carefully and then scurry out of the way.
Okay, this rules.
It really does feel like we've traveled back in time. The buildings, all built from wood and stone, like they've been there for centuries. The road that we're currently blocking is made of cobblestone. It winds through a way through the town, despite being covered in well-tampered snow.
We're certainly a long way from home.
Morgan doesn't disembark from the carriage, and instead calls down to us. We'll put
The town square is right down this road, but if I take you there, I won't be able to turn the carriage around. It's always a pain when that happens. I'm going to open up my shop, but feel free to come by whenever you'd like. I'm sorry I can't show you around right now, but I'll make it up to you later.
Where's your shop?
Oh, right.
He pulls a piece of paper from somewhere and dangles it towards me. Cross the road and take it from her. Folding it, I can see it's a map. Despite being hand-drawn, it's pretty coherent and legible. Certain buildings, like Morgan's shop and local pub, are denoted by handwritten tags. Middle of the road we are currently standing, she's even drawn the helpful "You are here" notice with a smiley face. Clearly planned this well in advance.
Cool. Thanks.
Feel free to stop by around lunch. I'll make you both something.
Hell yeah! You're the best, Morgan.
Thanks.
Morgan gives us a brief wave before heading off in whatever it is you park horse-drawn carriages. I point in the direction of the town square that Morgan mentioned, wanting to get away from people who are actually gawking at us. Such a funny word, gawking. We definitely stick out, if only because of our colorful hair and clothes. Combined, their outfits have their color palette of a bowl of oatmeal. I mean, blonde's a natural hair color. Tara's hair is probably dyed. Either too polite or too intimidated. Both Tara and I avoid eye contact with strangers as we hurry to the empty town square.
Well, that couldn't have gone worse.
There are a million ways that could have gone worse. If people looking at us funny is the only downside of this trip, then it'll be our best episode yet. I mean, ever.
If you stop bringing that up, always kills the mood, which was barely on life support to begin with. Tara rubbed her shoulders, having stubbornly chosen to not dress any warmer today.
Okay, ready to get your Terranormal on, Mads?
Check my camera bag on my shoulder and nod.
I suppose there's no harm in spending a little time establishing the location. Might as well get some B-roll while we're here.
One thing that both Tara and I have in common is that we're not really sightseers. I spend as much time in my room as I can, whether that's the hotel room while we're filming or my bedroom at home. So much Tara loves investigations, all the dramatic stuff. She'd probably totally skip the exposition segments if she didn't leave them to me. That means we're pretty efficient at filming, though. I can't pressing backspace. Turn the camera and turn it slow, capturing the ground, sky, and some nearby buildings for footage that we can slice together later. Do a slow pan across some of the houses, and frame and shot by the path further into the village. A young couple passes by holding hands, and they share a suspicious look at the camera as they go by. Guess I'm editing that part out later. Most of the time, making Terranormal videos is just me finding weird ways to stretch 10 seconds of interesting footage into a 10-minute video. That's something else that we're both good at. Cold wind makes it hard to keep a steady grip, so I stow the camera and shove my hands into my pockets.
Get anything cool?
Unable to browse her phone like she usually does while waiting, instead Tara watches from over my shoulder as I record.
Not really. There's not much to see here.
Yeah, it's kinda less impressive up close.
It's the kind of place that you'd expect a tumbleweed to blow through. Like if the climate fit.
Wow, you're turning into quite the poet.
Oh, shut up.
What? It was a compliment. Anyway, since filming the village is a dud right now, we should follow up one of the rumors Morgan was talking about the other night. I'm thinking giant trees.
You know, after recording days, that episode was...
That's the headliner.
It was, it's like...
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now imagine a crossover between Tara and Pence.
We head to the woods to get some creepy shots. Do it right around sundown. Make it super ambient. Lots of atmosphere, wind sounds, maybe a wolf howl. You've got a good wolf sound effect we could use, right?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
I made it
do a
myself.
narration over all that, introducing where we are and what we're out here looking for. Then we get a sound of a big branch snapping and just cut the video right there.
Tara looks pleased with herself and glances back at me in approval. Takes me a minute to react.
So, end the video on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, I think so. We can definitely stretch the Eisenfeld stuff into a mini-series or something. We should be able to get at least 3 episodes worth of stuff out here.
That sounds fine. A snapping branch is a pretty weak way to end it, though. Especially since, like, we uploaded the video. No one's going to wonder if we're okay or not.
Oh, that's true. So you think maybe we just make one long vid? Or end it differently?
Maybe a different ending. I'll think of something later.
Cool. You're the best, Mads.
I smile, but it hurts a little. Sure, it's not trying to make me feel bad. She probably doesn't even know that I do. But just shrug, wanting to change the subject.
We can also follow up on some of the smaller rumors. Like, in her email, she mentioned mysterious lights out in the forest.
Like a will-o-wisp? Aren't those actually real?
You're the expert. You should know that, not me.
Tara stares at me expectantly.
Yes, they're real, but it's just swamp gas. It
Hina
doesn't matter,
Mizawa?
though, because we need to wait for nighttime for that stuff. It's not very spooky during the daytime.
In that case, we definitely want to talk to the locals. See what kind of rumors they've heard of. That kind of thing.
Right, that's definitely the smart thing to do.
We both faced towards the street we came down when Morgan dropped us off with all the nosy people. Stared at us, but wouldn't talk. Awkwardly.
Or we could get some more establishing shots from other parts of the village.
I like that idea.
Pick a direction at random and start walking. Headed further into town, starts to get more lively, and there are more people around. That just might be the time of day, though. A couple of folks shovel snow in front of their homes. A group of kids run up and down the street, accompanied by a sagging basset hound. A woman wearing what appears to be an entire bear fur coat shuffles past us. Where we go, the villagers watch us unabashedly. No one makes any attempt to talk to us. Any conversations fall silent wherever we come near. Wonder if there was some sort of order given to not speak with us. Or if it just happens naturally. Or is it the curse of Boyoshiro-sama? Try to force myself to ignore it. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just a curiosity. Oh, that's all it's talent. What is this here? It's not hard to imagine why. It doesn't seem to be much worth visiting. So we're gonna keep this up. We're gonna make those interviews even harder to do. Tara taps me on the shoulder, nodding in the direction of some of our observers.
Is it just me, or is there kind of a creepy serial killer vibe going on here?
Oh my god, can you not?
Hey, I'm just kidding. Just trying to lighten the mood a bit.
We actually haven't ruined any chance that neither of us speak again. Unpack the camera again and film a few of the storefronts as we go. As long as I'm stupidous enough, most people don't know anything and thus doesn't change their behavior. Inevitably, when someone does see me filming, they tense up and just stare, ruining the take. Like they've never seen a camera before. Maybe that's not far from the truth. One thing I have to give is Eisenfeld's credit. So more personality is construction than I thought at first. Most of the buildings seem to be people's homes, but it doesn't take us long to find a few stores here. Names are plain and simple, like you read in a tabletop RPG book. Henkel and Sons Tailoring, a butcher shop named the Hardy Cell, that sort of thing. When we pass the tavern called the Bushy Beard, I can hear Tara snickering behind me.
Do you think they have barmaids?
What?
I fuck with Tara's
Like
vibe
the
so
sexy
much.
Oktoberfest kind? Do you think they have those here?
Tara's words are so nowhere they take me a second to mentally process.
This isn't a Renaissance fair, Tara. I'm pretty sure they just wear normal clothes to work.
Tara's mouth gaze
Wait,
wide
what?
open.
Back up. Ren fairs have sexy barmaids?
Oh, guess who's
Where else
going?
did you think they come from?
I have no idea. I always thought those things were just full of boring stuff.
What? Not at all. They have swordplay demonstrations or time period appropriate foods. Some local experts will give talks or lectures on certain topics, and
Like I said, boring stuff.
whatever. There's more to it than just cosplay. I bet you'd actually like it if you went with me next time. Plus, I thought you loved history now.
Not the boring kind of history. Duh.
How are swords boring?
Whatever, Mads.
Okay, Tara, now you're losing my vibe. She walks away. How did I manage to lose an argument she started? Cut slow but steady course through the village. Despite how random the layout seems, it's possible to get lost. All the roads seem to lead back into each other. So used to the sounds of busy intersections of highways, and the near silence here is almost unnerving. Hazel, you're paying attention to the game and not just Final Fantasy XIV, right? Appreciate the serenity of the calm of it, but I think I'd go crazy to live here. Even full day in, I can't miss my cozy apartment and the convenience of city life. City girl, city girl, city girl, city girl. Eventually we take a path that brings us to a familiar sight, the town square that we visited after Morgan dropped us off. Why are you barking at me? Yes or no question. People are gonna look at YouTube chat and think you're crazy. According to the phone, there's a little bit over an hour since then. Still too early to meet up with Morgan for lunch. Guess we can't put this off for any longer.
I think I have enough of the town now. Do you want to start interrogating the villagers?
I'll stay away from the mayor.
Interviewing.
Yeah, notice my misspeaking. Some interrogations on the mind after the meeting of the mayor last night. Tara poses dramatically, hyping herself for the camera. I'm not even recording yet.
Time to put my game face on.
As long as it's a game face that people want to talk to.
Mads, when have I ever been anything but charming?
She sighs.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep it chill for these so we don't freak anyone out. But, like, how do we do this? Just go up to people and ask if we can chat?
I guess. I don't have any better ideas.
This is how we usually do it, except usually people are more curious about who we were and what we're doing. Sometimes after introducing ourselves, there are even people who've heard of us. It's definitely not the cause out here. Hell, me surprised that Morgan was the only person in this whole village that uses YouTube. The one thing more awkward than just asking random people for the interview is them staring silently while you approach. But we don't have any other options. I hand the mic to Tara. At least I'm not the one who has to do the talking. Oh no, there's not a space between At and Tara. Worst game ever, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Fuck. And then stands there.
Good?
Yeah, I am. Just give me a sec, okay?
Okay.
She psychs herself up by stretching taking a few deep breaths. The whole time she holds the mic pinched between her two fingers as something just peeled off her shoe. When she's finally ready, she gives me a thumbs up and starts to walk again. Trail a couple meters behind. Keeping her back framed in the middle of the shot, she moves with determined stride. I can see her microphone shaking in her hand. Passed by a few people walking around, but she doesn't stop for any of them, nor does she ask any of the folks outside the buildings, chatting or working, to just sitting or looking bored. Just up ahead, a middle-aged woman smokes a cigarette, looking at nothing and no one in particular. Doesn't look like she's going anywhere. She's now right in the middle of a conversation. She's a perfect candidate, and Tara must know that too. Wait for her to go up and introduce herself. I stand still and hit the record button, filming her approach. Except she doesn't. She walks right past the lazy and whose gaze follows as she goes. Past the recording her to catch up, hissing Tara's name. I have to say it twice before she hears me and stops. Okay, I could...
What's up?
Wait.
What are you waiting for?
Maybe a little bit more towards the A.
Right, but none of them are the right one.
Which one is the right one?
You know it's impossible to tell. I'll know when I see them.
I roll my eyes, but I don't chastise her. She's trying her best.
Oh, okay, here we go. Get ready.
Follow her line of sight to figure out her prey. Old man resting on a bench nearby. Broad shoulder and with a long beard, he seems like a stereotype of a lumberjack. Just like the previous woman, he stares up vapidly in the distance, thoughts clearly elsewhere. Once again, I plant my feet and set up a shot. I make a micro adjustments to the focus until I get it just right. The rest is up to Tara. Slowly, Tara approaches the man. Either he doesn't see her coming or he ignores her. She gives me a glance for reassurance, with a form of smile and nudging motion, telling her to get on with it. She clears her throat, grabbing the man's attention. He turns her slowly and eyes her suspiciously. Then he notes my camera and he tenses up. Off good start. Tara talks quickly, trying to explain the situation.
Hi there, my name's Tara Brick. My friend Maddie and I are visiting from out of town doing a report on Eisenfeld. I was wondering if we could ask you a few questions.
Report? What kind of report?
He vexes just a little bit. The man rubs his eyes warily, peering back and forth between me and Tara. When she stopped looking directly into the camera, slowly started to move laterally, trying to find the two of them better, but keeps shifting the bench to watch me.
It's an investigation on the supernatural. Rumors, ghost stories, that sort of thing. We've heard a lot.
Don't say it, 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 don't say it.
And what isn't?
Figure out the truth, huh?
The man mutters darkly, his beetle-browed eyes still flipping between me and Tara. He chews his lip while he thinks about it. Something on his face strikes me as odd, but I can't figure out what it is. It's probably just a trick of the camera or the light.
Well, alright. I suppose I've got the time.
Takes Tara a beat to respond. We're both sure that will going to tell us to bug off or worse.
Great, thank you. So, can you tell me about Eisenfeld? Just what is life like here? On an average day? That sort of thing.
Clearly she didn't expect to get this far, and the first thing she asks comes to mind. She also demands the mic, but he just stares uncomfortably until she retracts it.
Right, well, it's a good little town. Good and proper. Quiet. Real quiet. That's what I like about it. None of that city business. No noise and bustle. Out here, it's just you and nature. That suits me just fine, it does.
So you're from around here then? Spent your life in Eisenfeld?
Born and raised, and God willing, I'll die out here too. Never thought about leaving. Never had a reason to.
Great, great. So then I'd imagine you know all about any local legends, right?
About as well as anyone. Any old village has got its stories. If you believe them all, there's goblins in the woods, trolls in the mountains, and who knows what else elsewhere. Of course, it's only children who believe in those.
So you've never seen anything weird yourself? Nothing unexplainable?
Weird like what?
Bizarre. By now the man looking at Tara Dial. His eyes focused on the camera, his eyes looking strangely focused.
One of our friends here mentioned something about a big forest spirit. Like a walking tree kind of thing.
Sits up for a slouch, finally returning the face to Tara.
What friend of yours might that be?
she's from around here. One of the locals.
Though we gave her a shout on one of our videos, Tara's reluctant to name Morgan as our contact. Makes sense, her neighbors surely feel different about us than our viewers do.
Ah, I'll bet it was the Fisher child, wasn't it? If you know what's best for you, you'll steer clear of her. Nothing but trouble comes from that one. Nothing at all.
Tara and I exchanged a glance. She seems her thoughtfulness was irrelevant. At the same time, I'm suddenly more interested in what this guy has to say.
Why do you say that?
Feels a strange violation of privacy to be asking the stranger his opinion of our house. But if she's notorious enough to know anyone on the street knows on her, then perhaps we're better off knowing why. Spitting into the snow, our subject stands and turns his back to us.
There are some questions you ought not be asking, miss. I'll be going now. Enjoy yourselves.
He lumbers off towards town, though I don't want to watch him for very long. Questions? Oh, we ought not to be asking, huh? I'm sure if that's a threat or not. For the sake of my anxiety, I try to tell myself it's not. I joined Tara on the bench, doing my best to avoid the puddles of melted snow.
That was something.
That's putting it nicely.
I don't know what that was either. Maybe Tara's right. It was indeed something.
You get it all?
Tapped 2 fingers against the camera in my hand.
Of course. All 2 uncomfortable minutes.
I wasn't given a lot to work with there.
Who voices Maddie? I feel like I heard her voice in something recently. Recording and Tara was all watching me. It's suddenly less awkward the second time through.
Well, we already knew we need to talk to a few different people. Just got unlucky on the first one. Know what I mean?
I stands up, but I remain
Still need
seated.
Another minute?
Yeah, Kira Buckland's Morgan, I know that much.
Hello, Earth to Maddie. Please respond.
I'm thinking.
My voice is too harsh and snappy. We both know it. Play the clip again, this time while Tara watching. Something feels off to me. It's not just the gruff way he left.
Look, we knew Morgan was a bit weird. All of our fans are weird. That's why they're our fans. In a tiny little town like this, of course anyone who's different is gonna have a reputation. That doesn't make Morgan a bad person.
I'm not saying she's a bad person. I didn't say anything. But if you had to ask, I'm sitting here thinking that it's really freaking shady that a guy just guessed we were here with Morgan, and then that he up and left as soon as he found out. That's not normal. That's not something that's happened to us before.
Great! That means we're on the right track. If they're hiding something, then that means there's something to hide.
Have you completely lost your mind?
This is ridiculous, even for Tara. I can understand wanting to give Morgan a chance, but actually buying into her nonsense? Tara nods and looks down at her feet, brushing some snow off her shoes.
It's only been a couple hours, Mads. He's just one old cranky geezer. Please, please just try to have some patience on this one, okay? For me.
Check my watch. Hasn't even been 2 hours. That makes her more right, as much as I hate to admit it. I sigh. I place my hands in my head in my hands.
Sorry, I'm still tired.
It's okay.
For a long moment I stand.
Wanna find somebody else?
Guess we oughta.
We trade pays wordlessly to the town a bit more. I keep the camera stowed. I'll set up when we find someone. Now we burned once, I start to understand why Tara is so reluctant to speak to anyone. What seemed like people tightening their clothes against the cold now seems like more like turning their shoulders towards us. Suspicious number of folks look away from us to cough. The amount of times we pass by the same places certainly doesn't help our appearance. By now there's especially a few chatty villagers. I've seen us pass by at least 4 times. It takes another 15 minutes to look around before the town before we find another candidate. A pair of girls about our age are walking outside a shop. Inside, a third girl is talking to the shopkeeper. People our age are going to be our best bet. One of the waiting girls sips from a small mug, what I assume is coffee. She sees us and nods her head as a greeting. That's the nicest reception we've gotten so far.
What about them?
Worth a try.
This time I approach with Tara. Let her take the lead by follow close behind, force myself to smile in order to seem more approachable.
Excuse me.
The talking girl and the shopkeeper turns towards us at the same time. The conversation snaps off immediately.
Excuse me. Hey there.
Hello.
The girl sitting next to us leans to whisper something in her friend's ear, but doesn't talk to us.
Hey, so my friend and I are here from out of town.
We know.
They both giggle to themselves.
We're filming a documentary sort of thing about Eisenfeld, and I was wondering if I could ask you some questions.
Eisenfeld? Why here? What about it?
Well, we're doing a video about any sort of rumors or local legends that you might have out here. Ghost stories or that kind of thing.
Don't do it. Two girls talk to each other in low voices I can't pick up. The quieter girl is muttering something. The girl with the coffee is agreeing and nodding along. Hey, Luna, there you are. They turn to face us again.
I don't think there's anything like that out here. This isn't that kind of place.
Not a single one. When you were kids, your parents didn't tell you stories about things that lived in the forest? You've never been out late at night and seen something you can't explain?
We're not allowed out late at night.
Right. There's a curfew.
That's not weird. The girls go quiet, nodding to themselves. Sensing a dead end, Tara changes her tactics.
Do either of you know a girl named Morgan? She's the mayor's daughter.
First girl, the one with the coffee, grins at that and pulls out her companion's arm. Girl swats her away, face turning pink.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone knows her.
She smiles devilishly at her embarrassed friend.
Some of us better than others.
What's she like? Why is she so famous?
She isn't that bad. She's just...
She's trouble and you know it. Staying out after hours, sneaking around town. She spends a lot of time out in the woods too. Sometimes overnight. What do you think she's doing out there?
The particular conclusion supposed to reach is lost on me. Still, it can't be coincidence of two of now people being weirded out by Morgan. 3 for 3 if I count myself.
Do you think there's something out there?
Two girls blink as their reaction was planned.
Something like what?
Blink. Tara shrugs.
No idea. Like I said, that's what we're researching.
I don't think you'll find anything like that here. I'm sorry, but this isn't a very interesting place.
Right.
I start away, leaving her behind. I took a corner between two buildings out of the side of the girls we spoke to. Tara catches up and leans against the wall next to me.
That didn't go much better.
Really, you think? Was it just a coincidence that these two other random people we met happened to have the same opinion of Morgan as the first? She didn't tell her mom, the mayor of the whole town, that we're going to be staying in a cabin that her mother probably owns. For a month. She rambles off stuff that makes any one of our videos look like an episode of Scooby-Doo, and then the next morning just dumps us off in the middle of the village. We haven't even been here for a day yet. We've seen our host for like an hour tops, and we were practically asleep for most of that.
Maddie, what crawled up your ass?
How am I supposed to have a good opinion of her so far?
Oh yeah, she's gotta work. Come on, Mads, have a little faith. What's the worst that can happen? The lead turns out to be nothing, like the other 200 times before. Some girls gossip about us, an old bum tells us to get lost.
207. And the worst part is that the whole town hates us while we're stuck here after spending thousands of dollars to cross the world. To live in a wood cabin with no phone service and barely any internet. For a month. You've got to see the problem here, Tara.
Tara sighs, throws up her hands.
Okay, so what? What is it that you want me to do? We're here and you hate it. I get it. So what's the solution? What is it you're hoping for here? Like I said before, let's just deal with it. Make the best of it we can, and try to have some fun. That was the whole point of this thing. It was supposed to be fun.
Trying to encourage me. She's doing a terrible job of it.
Whatever. Let's just get this over with. And this time, don't mention Morgan. If nobody here likes her, then you're probably better off not bringing her up.
I can see that she wants to say something, probably argue, but then she deflates and nods. She's like Satoko!
Okay, no Morgan.
Morgan, hold you! She goes quiet for a moment, staring off to town. She takes a deep breath, sighs, visibly relaxing. She starts to lead away, not looking back at me. I feel a sharp pang of guilt as I stare at her back. I promised to try, and here I am again, making everything worse.
Tara.
She stops in place.
Sorry. Again. Really.
She smiles a bit sadly, but shrugs.
I get it, Mads. We're cool. Let's go. And there's a lot more paranormal in our future.
Eisenfeld seems to have been built no matter what. You're always walking uphill. We make our way up another one, past a low, crumbling wall, and a few more houses. We make our way up the street. A bitter-looking old woman with broom stops when she sees she's doing and eyes us. Walked this part of the road several times now, but she wasn't here before.
Hey you! Who are you? You aren't from around here?
The last part is definitely a statement, not a question. Tara slows down just a bit to mutter beside me.
Looks like we found number 3.
Tara immediately pulls on a friendlier face as we approach.
Good morning, ma'am. You're right. We're not. I'm Tara, and this is Maddie. We're here doing a research documentary on Eisenfeld. Would you mind if we asked you a couple questions?
About?
Some of the local legends and rumors from around here.
I'm actually afraid that she's going to say yes, because I already tell this is going to end as badly as the last two. So I don't have to answer Scare's question what I want. I just want to go back to the cabin and be bored. This is not awkward and uncomfortable in there.
Yeah, alright.
Oh no.
Great, thank you. So, we've been hearing a lot about stuff out in the woods, like...
You are? Who told you that?
We've been interviewing a few people this morning, and it's something that came up a few times. Stuff like lights, strange noises, that kind of thing. Have you ever witnessed anything like that?
Never.
She looks around again and steps a little closer to us.
Look, I'm going to tell you this now for your own good. No one around here wants any trouble. We all just want to live our lives in peace. That's what Eisenfeld's all about. Mayor Fisher does a damn good job keeping things nice and orderly around here. We keep to ourselves, and I expect the two of you to do the same.
She nods solemnly, the interview clearly over. Just as useless as the other two. To go, Tara waves over her shoulder.
Thanks for your time!
So I can only, so I can hear her. Walk away, I can tell it's not necessary to say anything to Tara. She trudges along beside me. Knowing as I am, I still feel bad feeling her bummed out. Maybe it's finally starting to sink in.
So now what?
Ask me that at the second interview, too.
Now... I don't know. Let's go to Morgan's shop and eat lunch.
Wait, for real? You want to go see Morgan?
Mostly I want to go see what Morgan makes for lunch.
I'll take it. But hey, can you
I'll be cool. Don't worry.
She smiles, relieved.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I know you will.
I take out the map that Morgan gave us this morning. By now, I've been to the village enough times I mostly navigate there by memory.
What kind of shop does Morgan run? Do you remember?
I think she said it's an antique shop.
What do those places even sell?
Antiques. Lots of furniture that's been around for decades, or random stuff like books and glassware.
That's oddly specific.
My mom's into antiquing. She always says, you never know what you'll find.
We should do an antique episode of Terranormal someday. We can have your mom on as a guest star.
I'm sure she'd love that.
Do you think Morgan sells anything really out there? Like a possessed baby doll? Or a cursed sword?
We are not buying a possessed baby
Who would
doll.
want to buy those kinds of things?
A cursed sword now, that on the other hand.
The same people who go to Ren fairs.
You caught me. I can't but laugh. Tara grins, enjoying the feedback.
Come on, Mads. Every good horror story starts out with buying something fishy from the local antique store. Maybe she has a special section for items with an ancient prophecy about them.
We're specifically trying to avoid the horror story scenarios, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess that would suck to live through. Okay, what if she lets us interview her talking cat instead? That's like a whole episode's worth of stuff right there.
The internet loves cat videos. That one could go viral.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, we should prep a list of questions for it before we get there, so we know what to say.
Ask it which brand of cat food tastes best. We can sell the video rights to that company.
Come on, I'm serious.
Oh, wait, what?
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 You seriously think that cat is going to talk?
Tara shrugs, looking like she'd never questioned the idea.
I'm just trying to be prepared.
Here's the yapper. Not that she got the picture after the last interview went awry, but it seems like she's still giving Morgan some benefit of the doubt. Hey, what are you? She'll see soon enough as it is. I check over Morgan's map again. We're definitely in the area since it's her shop. There's too many cat bite gifts. You gotta specify which one. Problem is, while her map shows up the general area of her shop, it doesn't say which building it is. And there's several buildings that could fit.
Do you think this is the place?
It has to be.
Tara's stomach growls loudly, and her voice makes it a little plea than an affirmation.
Go check.
There's a lot of funny ones.
Check what?
Like, go check if it's her place or not.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to just potentially walk into someone's home.
What's the big deal? If it's not her place, we can just ask for directions.
No way. Trespassing is your thing, not mine.
We go back and forth like this for a while. Right before we finally decide to set rock, paper, scissors, Morgan herself just pokes out of her door.
Hey, you two. I'm in here.
You. First time since she's at a station, I gently relieved to see Morgan. Morgan holds the door open, a book in her arm, and a cup of coffee in her free hand. Tara turns to me and talks in a quiet voice.
Ready to uncover some ancient treasures?
Lead on, Indiana.
Let me tell you twice. You'll practically dashes the rest of the way inside, nearly bumping into Morgan as she goes. I nod stiffly at her as we enter more slowly. The door shuts behind us. Morgan flips the sign on the door to close, although it's nearly invisible from the outside. The shop looked like I expected. Piles of junk are strewn across chipped shelves. Many items aren't displayed as much as they appear to be tossed and then forgotten. A thick layer of dust covers everything. Tara is already bobbing over the store, examining some worrying, fragile ceramics. Morgan passes her by and back to the front counter, where she sets down the book she was carrying. The title catches my eye. Complete collection of classic. Hey. Oh my god! AJ, stop yawning! I'm for sale here.
So, are you done looking around town?
If she has any guess what kind of response we got, she doesn't show it. She's still impossible to read.
I've seen enough for today. Can we still take you up on that lunch offer?
Sure thing. I've got something on the stove already. I figured you'd be coming over soon.
Stove? Your store has a kitchen?
Yeah. I have a living space set up in the back since I sleep here most of the time. Feel free to look around. I'll be back.
She disappears behind the curtain, leading to another room, leaving us surrounded by treasures. The whole town feels like an antique. A rocking chair and a few pieces of farming equipment probably aren't the biggest draws. I'm surprised she's able to keep this place open. Tara's enthusiasm doesn't seem to have dimmed down a bit, however. She takes time to examine each piece, turning it over in her hands like she's appraising fine art.
At least one of these is probably cursed.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's probably the grandfather clock over there.
No way, that's too easy. And even if it is cursed, it's probably something lame like making your toe hair grow twice as fast. But this, well...
Tara takes an item off the counter, holding it close to her chest.
This is the big leagues. You want a curse that's gonna last for generations? You use this bad boy. Hey, you think Morgan would mind if I brought my Ouija board in here?
You brought your Ouija board with you? She says that puts the pig lamp back in the rightful place, where it can't hurt anyone.
I wonder how that works, actually. Like, if you bring two cursed objects to the same place, do the evil spirits get into a turf war?
Sorcery fight.
Up to defeat humanity.
Did you seriously bring the Ouija board again?
That Ouija board has been on every single trip with us. Besides, it fits in my suitcase.
Pick a small ornament from the shelf nearby. Snake made out of crystal. Nautical snake! It's gonna be a lot of Monogatari's reference this stream, isn't it? Enter the price I task. Morgan pulled out the curtain she went through.
Okay, food's ready.
She comes out carrying an enormous tray that's probably also an item for sale here. The tray is a steaming bowls of some kind of soup, as well as a pitcher of water and a loaf of bread. She sets down the tray down on the counter, doling out portions to each of us. Hesitantly, I try a spoonful of the soup. Delicious, a rich meat and flavor, but isn't too heavy. And it's hot, but not too hot to gulp down. I dipped some of the bread into the broth. That's delicious too. Everything here is definitely homemade.
This is really, really good.
Ah! This is amazing!
Thanks. Let me know if you want more.
Morgan solidly kept eating. The praise barely seemed to register her. It's a shame. It's probably the one nice thing I'll say to have to stay there all trip. Jesus, Maddie! When she's finished, Morgan picks up an old book and starts reading again, while Tara and I are still in the middle of eating. I glanced over Tara, who's intently staring at her spoon. She finishes the bowl and rattles the spoon around a bit.
Can I take you up on that refill?
Of course.
Without looking, Morgan picks up her book and the bowl. She heads back again. She emerged a moment later with a fresh serving of soup, which she wordly sets down in front of Tara. Only after we're taking our last bites does she finally close the book again.
All done?
Yeah, thanks.
I'm done too. Thank you.
Let me get these out of the way then.
She hauls away the dirty dishes before rejoining us in the counter.
So, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
I fight back the urge to tell her that should be the one thing making a plan for us, showing her around. At least, that's the way I can go back to the cabin soon.
We're still figuring that out. We hadn't got to see you much, so we decided to come over.
Oh, right. I'm sorry about that. I'll take a couple days off starting tomorrow.
You sure? We don't want you to miss out on any business or anything.
There aren't that many customers who come through. You're the first ones all week, and you don't even count.
Let's just worth react to that, so I don't say anything.
That's too bad. You've got a lot of cool stuff. I was looking around some while you cooked.
I wouldn't get too excited. I just make up interesting stories for the items so they sound more entertaining. It helps pass the time.
Right.
Morgan says so casually, there's no way she knows just how relieved I am to hear that. Lines up neatly with what I already suspected, that everything Morgan included in her email is more made up than usual, and this is all a colossal waste of time. Most likely she's a fan of the show, wanted to trick us into coming out here, and, well, we fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. If Tara realized any of this, she didn't of course say anything, but judging by her way her enthusiasm vanished, it seems like she's starting to get it again. Filling with some silver knickknacks, she looked from the counter to Morgan.
So, can we see the talking cat?
As soon as Tara asks, I can see Morgan's eyes light up with interest. Her hand slides away from the book she's about to open. Oh no.
Of course. I'm sure she'd be happy to finally meet you.
Her voice wavers just a small bit, but sounds like excitement. It's the first shred of emotion attached from her since stepping off the train.
I'll go get her. Just give me 1 minute.
We probably could have gotten out of here without seeing the cat, you know.
I want to see the cat!
Why would I want to do that? This is the pizza resistance.
She doesn't try to even pronounce it right.
Are you serious? Still? You know it's not going to actually talk, right?
Can't fathom how many trace of belief rattling around Tara's skull.
Did you see her face? She's definitely not joking. Unless she's just really bad at telling jokes.
That would be the most normal thing about her so far. She just told you flat out that she makes up stories and tries to get other people to believe her. How can you not see that we're getting scammed too?
Come on, Mads. Try to have at least a little bit of faith.
Door opens once more, and outside it's Morgan. There's a soft sound little kitty feet on the hard wooden floor. Oh my god, look at it! Despite first and glitter snow, it's piercing as zero eyes. Tara leaves her seat crashes to her knees. The cat doesn't flinch at all, despite the commotion.
Oh my god! I love her! I love her so much!
I just wanted to see a cat. She looks at Morgan, her eyes wide as any place and fingers wriggling.
Can I pet her? Please tell me I can pet her.
Jailadora, can she pet you?
The cat doesn't say anything, but of course it does rub against Tara's hand, though it's kind of sort of mixed between a coo and a sob. Hey look, it's me, Catfight. I can tell Tara's just got her money's worth out of this trip.
Go on, say something. These are the two I've been telling you about. Tara, Maddie.
Morgan gestures and introduces her. She looks between the cat and us expectantly. See it smash her attention, the cat goes from nuzzling Tara's hand to nuzzling Morgan's leg close by. She meows happily. No, we're supposed to be cat petting, not cat biting. The cat, not Morgan.
On. You're going to make me look like an idiot if you don't say something.
One uses foot to nudge the cat towards Tara, still crumbling to the floor. The cat initially tries to escape, her claws scraping usually against the wood. Finally, Garuda scurries away, sitting down, looking at Paul. Her tail switches rapidly as she looks at Morgan and stare at each other. And then, absolutely nothing. What a surprise. Not even disappointed, just vindicated. Even Tara's enthusiasm is gone. She coos out the calf hurriedly, but overall she's trying to give Morgan an out.
Come on, Jailadora, they're waiting.
Jailadora. It's like watching a car wreck. I can't look away. Morgan sticks her hand out to act, scowling at the wholly mundane cat. It's in the gaze Jailadora, who simply yawns, sat on the floor, just out Tara's arms to reach. Previous excitement she had about evaporated, just instead replaced with some kind of mixed frustration. That's why I started to realize a horrifying truth. She finally looks away from us, twisting her fingers together and gritting her teeth. It seems like she decided what to say. She turns back to us.
I'm sorry. I don't know why she's being so stubborn.
Well, you know how cats are.
I mean, you're not wrong there, Tara. Tara made this extremely fake laugh as she gets up and steps closer to me. Tara's right about one thing. Morgan wasn't lying to us, but now Tara's realizing where she was wrong. Morgan's also crazy. It's like she's acting. Seems like Morgan's generally shocked that her cat didn't greet us by name.
She talks to me all the time. I told her you two were trustworthy. That should be enough.
It's fine. I'm sure she's just shy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she just met us. We've got plenty of time for her to warm up to us, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. We should probably just give her some space for now and try again later. Maybe in a few days.
But also, I want to pet the cat. I don't care. It's a good single player of everything so far because it allowed us to make a diplomatic exit.
I guess you're right. Still, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. She'll get over herself.
He's all, no! Don't leave me! Luna, you're still here, right? She glowers at the cat, who's still napping peacefully.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Tara steps back away from the counter and then display area again.
Anyway, thanks for lunch, Morgan. We really appreciate it.
We, have a couple more places we want to check out today, so we'll probably head out again.
Okay. Come back here when you want to ride back to the cabin.
Expression is back to unreadable.
Right, sure. Thanks so much. Good to meet you, Gelato.
Tara worries at Geladura, whose ear switches, but can't be bothered to acknowledge us. I mean, that's just typical cat behavior. One more go to the room to switch the sign back the other way. Salute back to you. Outside, the wind has picked up a bit, and there are clouds starting to close in. The nice day that is shaping up seems to be like night might not happen. I am terrible at reading today.
So I'll admit that was kind of awkward for everyone involved.
Great, I'm glad you can admit it. That doesn't help us any.
Next time we see her, we just won't bring up the cat. Hopefully she won't either. We can just pretend it didn't happen.
Next time? What do you think is going to happen next time? That she was saving the good cryptids for the second time we hang out?
The good cryptids.
We can ask her about the spirit or the lights, that kind of thing. We get some spooky shots of the woods and we're golden. We are pros at making that kind of content interesting.
Usually we have at least something to work with. She made it up. There is no dark side to this sleepy, boring mountain town. It's just a boring mountain town, and she pretty much straight up admitted to that. I don't get how you aren't as upset about this as I am. We just spent thousands of dollars to fly across the whole world for a month. And the person who invited us out here is either a liar or a lunatic.
It's only been a day, Mads. We've only seen a fraction of what there is to see around here. Just give it some time, all right?
It's been a day, and look where that got us already. Literally every single person we talked to told us to stay away from Morgan, and then we saw it for ourselves. How are you not pissed off about this?
Don't you think you're being a bit harsh on Morgan? She's been super cool with us. Like, okay, yeah, the cat thing was weird, but it's not like she tried to hurt us or anything.
Try to shake my head, forcing myself to cool off. I just keep getting too worked up over this. I can't tell if Tara's being intentionally stubborn or what, but technically she's the one who bankrolled this whole trip, and I'm still getting paid for my time here. If she's not sad about wasting all of it, then fine. Met her at the stadium station in months. She can do what she wants. I don't need to get so bent out of shape.
Okay, you're right. Maybe she's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the cabin. Are you coming with me?
Wait, already?
Yeah, I've got enough to get started. Plus, I need to unpack.
Oh, okay. You gonna ask Morgan to hitch up the carriage?
No, it's fine. I'll walk.
You sure?
Yeah, I seriously don't think I could get lost in this place anymore.
Seems uncertain, probably because my sudden mood swing.
Okay, I'll probably do another lap around the village. Maybe get Morgan's input on some stuff.
Would not let her walk alone
later,
to her
then.
cabin in a place
Yeah.
that's foreign, Tara, but I guess it's just awkward to stay around each other now. I see her staying like a lost puppy. She'll get over it. So head through the downtown path to lead me to the cabin. I walk fast and look down most of the way. Nobody tries to stop and talk to me, and if anyone's staring, then I don't catch it. The trip is nothing to back cabin's eating, even though it takes me around half an hour on foot. If nothing else, I'll be good as shape from all the walking by the end of this trip. How do I fit into my home? My company Beth, my collection, our cat BT. Technically, he's Tara's cat, but I take care of him most of the time. Speaking of cats, why not Tara will explain to Morgan why she's on her own? That's her problem, not mine. The cabin's oppressively silent. Turn the heater partially just for the white noise. Soon's rumbling fills the air. Rumbling! Grab up a small bowl of provided food and head to my bedroom, setting up my laptop on the bed next to me. I usually try to watch a film a day, but that's difficult when traveling. Now is the perfect time to catch up, though. Open up my library and start scrolling through, looking for something I haven't seen before. Ideally a comedy, or at least something with a happy ending. Now I've gone through the L's when there's a lock in the front door. I dropped my apple. Who'd be knocking? Tara and Morgan both have their own keys. It's probably the mother. Knocking comes again, just second letters. Whoever out there is super impatient. I heard something in the chest. Would be in case for a robbery or something. I put my laptop in the blankets as I hurry into the living room. There's a third knock. Right as I reach the door, I peek outside the shop to see orange hair. Isn't Morgan, but instead her mother. I open the door right as she prepares for a fourth knock. Just how fast does she think I can walk?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Madison, wasn't it?
That's right.
I'm coming in.
Pushing it past me, and I can fully realize it wasn't a question. Well, I guess she does technically own the place. Inside, Evelyn surveys the area slowly and passively, as if judging our tastes in luggage and belongings.
How can I help you?
I wanted to make good on our promise from last night to talk. Please, have a seat.
She moves off the stuff out of the couch, gesturing to me to sit. I'll obey too, taking it back to do anything else. By the way, the audio is good on both my end and the game's end, right?
I trust you found everyone very accommodating and everything to your liking?
It was fine. Everyone's been very kind to us.
I wonder if she's surprised how the villagers treated us. She should be able to just pretend everything went well, for the sake of not offending our hosts.
Good, good. Where's the other one?
The other... what?
The other one with you, Tara.
Oh, she's still at Morgan's shop, I think.
Ren raises her eyebrow, though her eyes betray no curiosity. Looks purely a symbolic motion.
Is she now? I assume then that you found something not to your liking there.
Her gaze is piecing, and I absentmindedly tug at my scarf. Can't get a read on her. Neither her intentions nor her feelings.
It was fine. I just wanted to come back early so I could take a nap and get started editing the footage we took.
I hope my lie is convincing. Don't tell her that I think her daughter's crazy. She doesn't seem to question it.
I see, I see. Did she show you that awful cat?
Je l'adore.
Yes, so she did. I hate that creature. Oh, always underfoot, getting in the way.
Sit quietly, not sure how to respond.
Anyway, Madison, please tell me about yourself. I didn't have much forewarning about your arrival, so I'm rather in the dark.
Her tone is suddenly friendly, but not warm. She smiles, but it seemed to fit her mouth. Her lips just seemed to stretch a bit too wide. It's probably just imagining it. As consciously as I can, I tell her about Paranormal and the kinds of things we investigate. Throughout it all, she doesn't express any opinions one way or another. She just nods occasionally.
And what brought you to Eisenfeld?
I hesitate. How much has Morgan told her? Anything?
Morgan told us that there are a lot of ghost stories and legends around here.
Bakemonogatari.
Lights in the forest at night and whatnot. Tara really liked the sound of a vacation out here.
Evelyn sighs deeply, journaling melodramatic after a total apathy during my explanation.
That daughter of mine. Always lying and making up ridiculous tales. It's been the same her entire life. Hysterically dragging people into her fantasies. That's something I've never been able to knock out of her.
Shakes her head sadly, standing up from the chair she's been occupying.
I'm sorry to say that, well, you're simply the most recent victims of her lies. It's a pity, but you won't be finding anything like that out here. Besides, it's dangerous to go into the forest, especially at night. And we wouldn't want anything to happen to you after all. After all, that's why we have the rules that we do, for the safety of everyone. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of your time here in Eisenfeld, though, as disappointing as it might be.
Exactly the same thing the people we interviewed in the village itself said. It's almost like they rehearsed the answer in advance. With long, deliberate strides, Evelyn crosses the living room to the front door.
I'm sure I'll see you again.
She doesn't wait for me to respond. She just leaves, the door slamming shut behind her. I sat in silence for a while, unsure what to make out of it all. So Morgan's own mom thinks she's ridiculous as I expected the whole time. That's pretty damning. Also, but her mom's also a bitch, so that'll change Tara's mind about anything. I'll let her know when she comes home. I stand up, head for my bedroom, passing by the chair that Evelyn had been sitting in. As I go, for a moment I swear I feel a breeze, frigid and cold. The moment it crosses my mind, the sensation is gone, like it was never there. Shivering, I return to my own warm bed and laptop and to a long overdue break. Hours later, I heard the sound of the front door opening and closing. I peek out my bedroom, worried that I might be the mayor letting herself in again. It's this Tara, though, alone. It's been 4 hours since we parted ways, so I'm not as annoyed of her anymore, though I'm still kind of tempted to just put my headphones in and ignore her. Get up and head into the living room. She stands in the sink, flipping through her notebook, knocking the edge of my door frame as I enter, so she can hear me coming.
Hey.
Hey.
Rather than look at me, she keeps reading her notebook. Well, pretending to. There's no way she's actually reading as fast as she's turning the pages. Decided not to call her out on it. No point in starting another fight.
How'd it go?
About the same.
Is that good or bad?
She doesn't respond. She must be really upset about this morning. Sounds like she's been unreasonable. And I have some time to rest and recuperate. I can't feel bad being so harsh towards her and Morgan.
Morgan's mom came by earlier.
That gets her attention. She sucks her books and turns around. Gotcha.
Really? What for?
Just wanted to introduce herself. I told her a bit about who we are and what the show's about.
What did she think?
I don't know. She didn't really say much. She was really weird. Like in a different way than Morgan. She seemed really intense, I guess.
My most is how she was glaring the whole time. Never seemed like she was anything other than angry about something. Tara's hold up a notebook saying she was just
I
perusing.
know you're gonna call BS, but Morgan was telling me a lot of stuff about her mom. Like some
Welcome back,
seriously
Hazel.
crazy stuff. You wanna read it?
She offers me the notebook, hands limply, a giant frown in the air. She used to things for so long it's lost all of its rigidness. I shake my head.
I'll take your word for it.
heard enough crazy stuff from Morgan for one day. I hear serious on how mom is actually the spawn of Satan or something. I can believe that.
Figured. Make any progress with the new vid?
Not really. We're gonna need more footage before there's enough to really get started.
That mean you're coming with us from now on, or what?
Yeah, I will. Sorry for being bitchy earlier.
Again.
Don't sweat it.
She strikes a pose.
Just make sure to bring your A game.
Roll my eyes, but I'm smiling. Even though we bicker a lot, I'm truly grateful that it's always easily patched up.
Yeah.
Can't promise I'll buy a word of what Gorgon says, but at least I can do is try to be polite about it. The tension resolved. Tara yawns and flaps her notebook at me again.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hit the hay soon. What about you?
I'll probably watch a film first. I'm not that tired yet.
How many times can you watch 2001 without getting sick of it?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
Tara and I each head back to our bedrooms. So as I go, I feel a bit better about everything. Just because I'm quitting the show doesn't mean I want to lose Tara as my best friend. We've been friends for over a decade, so of course we have our disagreements and arguments. I think the longest we've gone without talking was a month. Still, over the last few days, it felt like we were coming dangerously close to saying something that goes too far. Either one of us. Thinking back on today, I can't really pretend I'm the one who's mostly at fault. Even when I'm aware that I'm losing my cool, sometimes it just feels like it's hard to stop. Tara totally has it coming, though. At least some of the time. Now I'll be better. Won't let myself be as noxious as I was today, for everyone's sake. Climb into bed, set up my laptop, getting comfy. Dark my headphones, it doesn't take so long to immerse myself in the familiar feeling of a film that I love. That's what I appreciate about movies. No matter the circumstance, they can help you escape. My eyes are getting heavy. I pull the blanket up my chin, the commute panels just right to spot to not fall off the bed. All things considered, it's a cozier setup than I could have hoped for from a cabin out here. Sure, the Wi-Fi is bad, but it gives me excuses to catch up on some of my backlog. Everything's perfect to fall asleep. Sounds enough to knock my window makes me leap up again. Past midnight. There shouldn't be anyone here. Maybe it's a bird? Or a plane. No! It's Superman. No! Also, if you have questions... direct them to Luna. She is the expert. Okay, I think I realize... Wait. Options. Accessibility. I don't know why it's... Midnight coffee. Oops. Turns out this be a lost word on something, I'm gonna feel stupid. First, the lights will flicker on and off. Then the phone will ring. Stop. Morgan's pressed against the window pane, looking at my room with one hand resting against the glass.
You have a minute?
God damn it! Engine drains out of me, replace me with exhaustion. I should have known.
You couldn't knock?
I did.
From my temple to sigh. He's technically correct. The worst kind of correct.
Okay, I guess I have a minute. But if you're going to come in and talk, please use the door.
Of course. I'm not going to climb through the window.
Color me shocked. Head into the living room and hesitate in front of Tara's door. Should I knock? Knowing her, she's probably already asleep. I've always been jealous of her ability to pass out instantly. Decided to leave it up to Morgan. That's the reason she knocked on my window, not Tara's. Locked the front door and let Morgan in. She's waiting for thermos with coffee in her hands, like usual.
Sorry to bother you. I know it's late.
It's fine. I was still awake.
Not for much longer, ideally, but I kept that to myself.
Were you working on the video?
Nah, just watching a film before bed. Can't do much until we have more footage. And even then, I left most of my setup back in the US.
What country are we in? We all speak English. It's on the couch. It's like a mother I did earlier. For a false lease, Morgan's trying. Are we somewhere in the UK? Are these British people?
Help with the video work at all?
Luna, explain.
Not really. I've tried to teach her stuff once or twice, but she's not interested in learning.
That sounds like her.
Yeah.
I'll put off on Morgan and feel like she knows Tara and what she's like. I guess that's was all watching someone online for so long. Start to think, but you know what they're like, even though you only see one side of them. Get it lost. I'm used to it. Sometimes become a bigger problem, though. People think they're entitled to us to act in a certain way because they've seen it online. Fortunately, Morgan hasn't been that way at all. Yet. I do wish she would get to the point why she's here, though, but instead of, she gets up, heads to the kitchen area, retrieving a coffee mug from the cabinet without even turning on the lights. Then are we all speaking German? Twists around to watch as she pours some of the coffee from her thermos into the mug. Loads it to the microwave. Must be now very, very effective thermos. Oh god, we're not. These people on French, are they? She leans against the counter, barely visible to me.
Tara told me that you're leaving the show after this trip is over.
Of course she did. Must have made a face because Morgan clears her throat loudly.
Sorry, was it supposed to be a secret?
Nah, it's fine. But yeah, that's the idea. I'll go back and finish school.
I see. That's a shame. I know you hate when it happens, but I've always enjoyed the moments where you're on camera.
Thanks. I'm just camera shy. Ironic, I know. She's yanked me on screen enough times that I'm a bit used to it by now, though.
Morgan hits the stop button on the microwave a second before it dings. She receives her coffee and returns to the couch.
But I guess that's why things seemed a bit tense between the two of you, right?
Working answer, she shakes her head.
Actually, sorry. That's none of my business.
You're fine. It's that obvious, huh?
A bit. You seem tense whenever I see you. That's actually the main reason I came by. I promise it wasn't just to be nosy.
I'm starting to wonder.
I came by to say that I'm sorry. I know that you're also uncomfortable around me.
She says it nonchalantly as she's telling me about the weather. But my lips, I mean, she's not wrong, but I just want to say
It's okay.
say it, just...
You don't have to spare my feelings. I guarantee I've been called worse than whatever it is you're thinking. It's just that I'd sleep better tonight if I cleared the air between us first.
She takes a long sip of coffee that should be hot enough to scald her mouth. I can't fathom how she could sleep at all, or if she even needs to anymore.
I mean, it's nothing like that. Nothing personal, really. I'm just a cynic, I guess. If it makes you feel any better, I'm the same way for pretty much every episode. You just get the behind-the-scenes experience this time.
If they've been friends for if they've been friends for over a decade, does that mean that Maddie knew Tara before she started her transition?
Not stupid.
Just to be to realize that was a joke.
It's fine. I'm always the skeptical one out of the two of us, after all. There's just a lot going on, like you heard. So I'm sort of a mess all around right now. It's not your fault.
I half laughed.
At least not entirely.
She smiled thinly. Seemed to appreciate my bluntness.
To be perfectly honest, you weren't really what we were expecting either.
She sets the coffee down, looking interested.
Really?
Yeah, we were prepared for someone super fangirly and like all over Terra. Like annoyingly so.
Not me.
Right. Even in your email, you seemed a bit more...
I don't know how to say this rudely. Interesting, engaging, not monotone.
More energetic.
Phew, she saves me again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Emails that we exchanged back home had a lot of smiley faces, exclamation points, and other cheery touches. Person, however, seeing Morgan smile at all is rarity on its own.
That makes sense. I wasn't trying to trick the two of you or anything. It's just easier to be open like that online, I guess.
I understand.
Much at least, I can really empathize with.
I know that you don't know me, and that so far, I haven't given you any real reason to trust me or believe me. But I hope that you'll at least give it a chance. Paranormal is really important to me. I've been a fan for years. But I'm not the type of person who would invite you to the middle of nowhere just to meet Tara. I invited you out here for a reason, and I'm confident in that reason. But I understand that you'll need more proof than that.
So let's see some more, but she has more to say, but that seems to be it.
Thank you for telling me all this, though. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry for being so dismissive. It'd be nice to be wrong for once. So, I hope that we do find all that stuff you talked about. I really do.
Tomorrow night, I was going to show Tara around the woods a bit. Would you like to come along?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I thought you liked the idea of wanting to force the night, but I can't actually said no after I promised to be more agreeable. She nods and takes a careful swig of her coffee. Then she stands.
Cool. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I'll get out of your hair now so you can get some rest.
She opens the door and throws it open without waiting for a response. The temperature plummets right away, and she turns back.
Thank you for listening. I appreciate it too. But just so you know, I'll prove you wrong.
She closes the door and disappears into the night. We head to the appointed meeting spot, right at the time of the hour. During the day, the forest felt hostile and foreign, but not now. Now at night, it's downright spooky. Each rattle of branches is a demon's footsteps. Each gust of wind is a monk's breath. I stand close to Tara, treading on the backs of her feet several times.
I think this is supposed to be the place.
I look around the area. It's indistinguishable from the rest of the woods. My only comfort is the tiny pinprick of light that represents my cabin, back at the forest's edge. Feeling of dread creeps away up my spine. What if it's a trap? Or a setup? Maybe Morgan's just lured us here in the middle of the woods, waiting out to sight with a knife in hand or something. Because then we traveled thousands of kilometers to get here. If this was a trick, we fell for it hard.
Maybe we're early.
I know that we're not. Tara sweeps the flashlight around, illuminating a few identical trees before the light beams peers off into oblivion.
Maybe we should just go back.
The light presses over Morgan, suddenly a meter away from us. The metric system! Tara jolts backwards, crashing into me. The flashlight plummets to the ground, bouncing once before stopping. Get my balance barely and catch Tara's arms to stop her from falling.
Are you okay?
Short term? Yeah, but I think I just lost 10 years. What about you, Mads?
I'm fine. What on earth were you doing?
Me? I was waiting for you.
Where? Didn't you hear us?
Just over there. Sorry. I had headphones in and missed you.
Oh no,
You were
Morgan
just
has
standing in the dark.
her AirPods on.
Forest,
She can't hear the
wearing
horse carriage coming.
headphones.
Morgan, no!
Yes. Why?
For lost for words, I can only shrug. Does hanging out alone in the dark in the middle of nowhere not register as weird for Morgan?
You just spooked us is all, no worries.
She swoops down and retrieves the flashlight from the snow, drying it on her sleeve. She brushes off the snow the same way she brushes off Morgan's actions.
Anyway, it's all good. What now?
Morgan turns and faces the trees, shining her flashlight across them.
I thought we could walk around a little. It might help you to get a better feel for the area.
Behind Morgan's back, Tara and I exchange a look of concern. Tara gives me a slightest of shrugs, and I'm still reluctant, but I nod. Morgan planning to kill us. It's not like to make a difference whether she does it here in the forest. Pretty sure she's not a murderer anyway.
Sure, lead on.
Morgan says off another word, and we follow just a couple of paces back.
Going somewhere in particular?
Not really. I doubt you want to go too far this late at night, right?
Right.
That's fine. We'll stick to the edge then.
As we walk, Morgan gets the flashlight pointing straight ahead in the direction of Gorin. Tara in her hand swings her around, looking at the trees and out into the abyss. She and I are the one who lost the flashlight with us. There's a spare one sitting in our suitcase back in the cabin. We're going to leave it behind, just off the chance that we could somehow get separated.
So, did you learn anything useful today?
Not really. We went around town some, but...
But most people didn't really want to talk?
yeah.
How'd you know?
That's how it is around here. People are mistrustful.
I was kinda surprised by that. Figured with how out of the way it is here that we might have been, I don't know.
Treated like celebrities?
Hey now, don't project. But something like that.
It's more like they isolate themselves by choice. We have internet and TV. It's just that lots of people choose not to use them. I'm guessing they probably had some not so nice things to say about me too, right?
Neither Tara I nor respond. Our silence lasts a beat too long.
It's okay. I'm used to it. You don't have to pretend or anything.
Light shines on our faces and Morgan turns around, half smiling.
Hey, you two don't need another assistant back where you live or anything, right?
My mouth laughs like a fish while I try to think of a diplomatic response, but then Morgan laughs and faces forward again.
Just kidding.
We trek on in awkward silence, not sure what we're supposed to be doing or looking for. We're just wandering in the dark, trusting that Morgan knows how to get back to the cabin. Once again, Sora coming to Ainsfield. Gently tugs Tara's sleeve right at the elbow. When she looks at me, I suddenly gesture back towards where we came from a truck, hoping she'll get the message. Now? She melts back, I nod. She gets a worried look over Morgan, who's now slightly further away. Tara holds up 5 fingers. 5 more minutes. Sign! I nod again, so I catch up back with Morgan.
Something wrong?
Oh no, Maddie, had something in her shoe.
Oh.
I'll have to tell she wouldn't buy it. Eventually I'm coming back, of course, from 5 minutes. Imagine counting the pump from my bed and my blankets to the cabin. How I survived the whole month is an issue in the future me to worry about.
I got lost out in this part of the forest once.
3 minutes and 32 seconds. 3 minutes and 31 seconds.
Don't worry, though. I know my way around now.
Yeah, they mentioned something about that.
Step on Tara's foot again, this time totally on purpose.
I thought they might.
Tone is still completely nonchalant. At least Morgan seems impossible to offend.
It's too bad it looks like it's going to snow tonight. We probably shouldn't stay out too late.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I'm sorry this was so disappointing. I'd hoped that there would be more to see.
What exactly were you expecting? It's the middle of the night.
Come on, Mads, it's about the atmosphere. It's way spookier out here when it's dark.
I know, that's half the problem.
We can turn back now if you'd like.
Before I can agree, Tara shakes her head.
Let's give it a couple more minutes. You came out all this way for us after all.
I glare at Tara, but I think she misses it. I lost my track of countdown, though.
Whatever.
The small apologetic smile I barely noticed does a little to surge my discomfort. He triumphs aimlessly through the snow for a little while longer. I stare at my feet more than the path ahead, and simply follow the footsteps left behind by the other two. So hard, I nearly slammed to Tara, who's come to a complete halt yet again.
What now?
I saw something.
You did?
Tara, stop messing around. Let's...
No, I mean it. I saw something.
Shut up. I can tell that tone she's serious. She saw something, or at least she thinks she did. The three of us turn and face the way she is. It's even deeper into the forest, barely lit by the moon.
There was a light.
Someone else walking around?
There shouldn't be anyone out at this time of night. It's dangerous to be in the woods once it gets late.
I'm about to point out the obvious hypocrisy.
It was probably moonlight or something.
It wasn't the moon, Maddie. There's something out there.
Both of them point their flashlights directions Tara's looking. Aside from the trees, there's nothing to be seen.
Tara?
Maddie.
She grins.
This is what we're here for. Come on.
Tara breaks into run, leaving Morgan and I behind in surprise. We exchange a look before Morgan runs off after her. I have no choice but to go too. Regret is almost instant. Cold nights pierce my lungs with each heavy breath. Best shape to begin with, and the snow and the boots don't make things any easier. The only consolation is that we're running in a straight line, so it wouldn't be hard to follow our path back. Every so often, we pause to catch our breath. The pace catching up to Tara too, who has to keep the fighter smile on. Morgan seems unfazed by it all. About 3 seconds away from demanding that we give up when I see it. Way off in distance, too far to identify. The source is a light. Sparkles and glimmers, like a star that fell to earth. All silent, the words stolen from my mouth. Then Tara points, stating what we already know.
There it is.
Why did I just imagine the pointing Wheeljack meme? Follow the light, which sometimes blinks out but soon reappears. Too focused on not slipping and falling to give much thought as to the source. There's no telling how long or how far we've been going. Somehow the light never seems to get any closer or further away. So it's like running. It's like running from us.
Hey, wait up!
Tara yells out in the darkness. I can see whatever it is I can understand. It ignores her. Running quickly became difficult. My lungs burned from the cold. My breathing turns ragged after barely a minute. Tara pulls further and further ahead of Morgan and me, while her track one mind fixated on that light. After a bit longer, I hit my limit. My pace slows back to a walk, and I stop, fold my hands on my knees, and I gasp for breath. Morgan crouches and stops just ahead, turning back towards me.
Are you alright?
Try to respond, I'm breathing too heavily just to talk. I wave my hand, gesturing Morgan on ahead without me, but she doesn't.
Are you sure?
Force myself to stand and nod.
I'm... fine.
The murk Tara's body became a disembodied light herself, only the flashlight glowed visible. I was about to halt and slowly make its way back towards us.
You guys give up too easily.
How are you not dead? I haven't seen you run in years.
That's 'cause you never hit the gym with me.
I don't know if she's joking or not, but I'm too worn out to care.
So, what was that thing? Do you think it was your forest spirit?
Morgan's eyes widen.
You believe me?
Tara shrugs.
I'm considering it at least. I mean, what else could it have been?
Fairies.
Fairy godparents! Side-eyed Tara, who's very interested in her boots.
The forest spirit doesn't really make a light like that. At least, not that I'm aware of.
Right, that makes sense. Doesn't it, Mads?
It was probably someone from the village.
So yeah, I know how likely that is. The light also seemed to maintain a precise distance, so it's unnatural. I can feel the seeds of doubt being sown in my heart.
But it was definitely strange.
Tara looks at me with more pride than a rainbow flag.
Hey, holy shit! That's practically canon in Maddie terms.
Rolled my eyes, but personally, I'm gonna use that in the future. I'm curious at very least. Someone call myself a believer as much as Tara wishes. That's two strange things so far, which is two more than I expected when we boarded the train out here.
It was strange. That's as much as I'll...
Damn it, Maddie, now you're making me yawn. My lungs.
Oh, guess it's past your bedtime, huh?
Kick some snow at her and bounces uselessly off her pants. We've been abandoning each other. It doesn't feel a bit more like old times. Make that 3 strange things on this trip so far.
We should begin heading back anyway. We can't go much further in before I'd be lost too.
You still know where we are?
Yes, of course. We'd be in trouble if not.
There's a point. I got so caught up chasing the light that I lost track of what direction we came from.
I'll show you around more tomorrow. There's something you might like to see.
Yeah? What is it?
A surprise. We'll go tomorrow before it gets dark. It's a bit of a walk.
Does it have to do with whatever that light was?
I have no idea. It's possible.
Story of my life. Okay, well, we'll call it quits for tonight and pick back up tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess.
That's fine by me.
Great!
She hops forward, then pauses.
Guess you ought to lead the way.
Morgan smiles as she does just that. So it takes us 15 minutes or so to reach the cabin. Must have had a lot of time to our trip with all the wandering we did. Morgan bids us farewell at the door, which I barely returned before stumbling inside. Halfway out of my boots by the time Tara's inside.
Guess you're not staying up late then.
I'm out like a light the second I hit the bed.
Tara grins, just briefly.
Right.
Hands on the doorknob where Tara clears her throat.
Hey, thanks for, you know, chasing after that thing. I appreciate you playing along.
My hand lingers at the door, poised to turn.
Yeah, of course. Let's see what we find tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Right. Good night.
Night.
Quickly step in and shut my bedroom door before Tara can say anything else. Switch off the lights and crawl into bed. I'm at the end of the train ride here. I felt just the same now. Sitting there not knowing what to say. It would be so easy. Banish those thoughts from my mind and wrench my eyes shut. There'll be time to worry about it tomorrow. I have time to think. We have a month. I slowly drift to sleep, the exhaustion I felt winning out over the stress. The last thoughts I have are dancing lights in the snow. I start to fall in a bit of routine. Every day Tara and I will get up, explore Eisenfeld or the surrounding area a bit. We never go too far in the forest, but just enough to set some dramatic camera angles, to film some monologue segments for Tara. Once Morgan's done with work, she'll join us or show us around. Sometimes she brings her cat with her. Surprise, surprise! Still hasn't said a word. She keeps promising it eventually will, though. Ever since we saw the light in the trees, we hoped to encounter something equally mysterious or interesting. No such luck, though. Any sort of excitement that I had, a bit of belief I allowed myself to build up, has been squashed back down to resigned indifference. My trademark. I know. Took about a week of this before Morgan asked us to wait at her at the cabin, saying she was finally ready to show us that thing she mentioned. She wasn't any more forthcoming what it was, but over the week we know Morgan, I got a little more comfortable with the idea. She was going to leave us in a shallow grave or something. She had plenty of opportunities to do so already. Heavy clouds overhead promise a darker night than the past few. Probably heavier snowfall. We won't be able to stay out very late. Even Morgan's guidance, the possibility of being caught in a snowstorm is hard to ignore. Tara paces back and forth as I linger in the doorway, trying to enjoy the warmth of the cabin as long as I can. Finally, 15 minutes late, I spot Morgan heading down the trail from the village towards us. Tara zip off to intercept her as the two of them approach together.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Work was a little busy tonight.
No worries.
Well, that answers one of the myths that Eisenfeld cares about. Whether everyone actually shops at Morgan's store. Tara bounces about between the two of us, raring to get going. Morgan smiles.
So, you said you had something special planned for tonight, right?
You spent the whole day trying to guess what it is.
I think I've narrowed it down. It's either a crashed UFO, the Fountain of Youth, or Elvis.
Those are the ones you narrowed it down to?
Someday, Mads, it's gonna be Elvis, and you're going to wish you'd believe me.
Face Morgan, poorly turning my back to Tara.
Anyway, we're ready to go if you are.
Do you both have flashlights? We're going to be heading a bit deeper into the woods this time.
Both have our lights in unison. After our first venture into the forest together, there's no way I'm ever going out there without us each having a flashlight. Just having one makes me feel more self-reliant. It helps me suppress my anxiety a little bit. Just a little.
Great. Follow me.
Circle around the cabin and head into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods.
I've been waiting to show you two this since you got here. You're going to love it.
Tara starts to bribe again, clearly soaking up the suspense. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm pretty curious too. I'm not sure what you can see out here for so long.
This isn't going to be dangerous or anything, right?
Probably not.
I like those odds.
We set off at a fairly brisk pace. Tara makes a point to walk right at Morgan's side, taking short and hurried strides. If she doesn't find out where we're going soon, I'm pretty sure she might actually explode.
Okay, I'm gonna keep guessing. Ancient graveyard, fairy circle, satanic ritual, Sasquatch den?
Close. It's a church.
Tara stops dead in her tracks.
Wait, a church? Was Maddie right when she said you were gonna try to get us to join a cult?
I never said that.
I might have said that. So her antics. Morgan never slows down.
Something like that, I promise. It's really old. Older than any of the buildings you've seen in Eisenfeld. The people who built it are ancestors of the residents today. I guess they were what you'd consider pagans. They worshipped a god of the forest.
Whoa.
I took more to the story, but that seems Morgan's stopping point for now. She focuses on the path instead, swinging her lantern around an arc that looks like whatever it is telling her where to go. Every single tree around me looks identical, but I guess that's one more a little special than the rest. She sees whichever one that is, and she starts to lead us on again. My glasses start fogging up a bit more as we walk. I should have Tara insist to layer up a bit more. Be a pretty crappy friend if I let her freeze to death out here.
So, to summarize, Your great whatevers and the rest of the villagers built an old church out in the forest to worship a giant forest spirit, and that's what we're going to see right now?
Right.
Have I mentioned that this is going to be the best episode of the show ever?
Morgan's got Tara hanging on every word. Hook, line, and sinker. Glad she's having a good time at the very least. Now thanks to me.
You said it's older than the rest of the village. Do you know how old?
Centuries, at least. I don't know how many. I've done some research on the history of Eisenfeld, but none of the books really mention it.
How'd you learn about it then?
A lot of it comes from old journals, or other documents left behind by the people who used to live here. Parts of it are passed down as family legends, too.
Image of Evelyn and Morgan sitting closely by a fire while Evelyn tells stories is one that I can't actually imagine happened. I'm prying the details of that, though.
You think we could take a look at those journals sometime? Maybe we could show them off on the show. Authentic first-hand accounts, or something like that.
Let me now Morgan stops, looking ponderous. Over the lake it's starting to snow. Just barely, but enough to make me bite my lip and watch the sky.
I'd be happy to show you.
Score! You're seriously the best. Like, thanks for doing all this.
It's nothing, really. Don't all your hosts do the same?
A lot of them only stick around for the first day or two. Then once they realize there's a lot of filming and setting up behind the scenes, they get bored.
For all our issues, I can't deny Morgan's been pretty much more gracious and helpful host than we're used to. Walk in silence for a bit, all the while the snow continuing to fall, getting heavier and heavier. First I try to ignore it, but it's hard. Seems like it's always fall to me to be the responsible one.
Hey, Morgan, are you sure it's safe to keep going? It's starting to snow pretty hard.
Both of them look up, as if they hadn't noticed.
Oh, you're right.
Now it's Morgan's turn to look around back the way he came. Practically hear the gears turning her head. Tara watches, looking anxious. Oh, so she worries if Morgan starts to look uncomfortable.
It's going to get bad pretty soon.
Say that matter-of-factly, at first the severity of her words don't register. Then every single alarm bell in my head starts ringing.
What? How soon is pretty soon? And how bad?
I'd say within the next half hour. Those clouds don't look good.
That's an understatement. They'd be seeming almost impossibly fast. Just like that, the weather gone from light snow to the start of a blizzard.
We need to turn back then. Back to the cabin.
Take a couple steps, professionals made it harder to walk. Even the trail that we left behind is partially obscured.
We're closer to the church than the cabin. I think we should go there and wait it out.
Wait it out? What if it doesn't just pass by? What if we're stuck there for days?
It's better than being dead, you know.
I turn to her in disbelief.
No shit it is!
Morgan wrings her hand, looking genuinely distressed.
I don't know what's going on. I don't think it was...
Once again, she looks back in the direction it came from, lost in thought.
We're just wasting time standing here arguing, you know. Morgan said we should go to the church, and she's the expert.
Close to call an expert at this point, but Tara's right that we don't have time to spare. We're definitely in dire straits if she's the one voice of reason.
Fine. Let's get going then.
Wasting more energy on talking. We just follow Morgan as closely as we can. The light from her bounces in the wind, reminiscent of the light we followed just a few short days ago. I focus on it using it as a beacon, since it's easier to keep track of Morgan herself. Bury my face in the scarf as much as I can, feeling the wind push against me, making it hard to walk. By now, the world's starting to grow more and more blurry. It's a whiteout before long. My heart beats hard in my chest. Anxiety starts to skyrocket. Tara keeps a brave face, but she's setting more for each step. Morgan and I put her a little closer. Shoot her from as much as possible as we can. When we get back, if we get back, I'm not letting her take another step outside until she agrees to start wearing something warmer. Gotta change the Sprite budget. For it feels like years, we come to a stop. My legs are light with the effort marching through the snow. I'm afraid that Morgan's gonna say that we're lost. But then I realize we've arrived. There's a huge stone building ahead. For its supposed age, it looks remarkably intact. The howling wind buffets it. Even from here, it looks infinitely better, safer than being stuck outside. A pair of massive wooden doors looms before us.
Just give me 1 second and I'll get this open.
She grabs hold of the door and starts to pull. The freezing wind works against her. For a tense moment, I worry that she won't be able to get them open. Then a creak, that's audible even in this weather. They slide open to let us in.
After you.
You don't need to try them twice. Tara and I are inside, with Morgan letting the door slam shut behind us as she follows. The first thing that strikes me is the temperature. The old store building in the middle of blizzard should be frigid, but in fact, it's not. It's almost warm.
Mads, we hit the jackpot!
She reverberates the massive chamber, leaving a faint echo in its wake. Morgan said at church, I figured it'd be some wooden shack with a tacked-on steeple, but... Tara's flashlight beams dance wildly along the walls as she spins in circles, trying to take in every last detail all at once. This is nothing short of incredible. I let my life drift as well, but slowly enough I can actually take the time to process what I'm seeing. The whole interior is remarkably well preserved. A few broken pews, a couple pieces of collapsed stone, layered dust in nearly every surface are the only things that make the place seem anything less than brand new. Looking closer at the building itself, I can see various flourishes or designs decorating the walls and railings. Whoever built this place, they built it as a labor of love. The centerpiece is a massive stained glass window that dominates the central far wall. Brilliant colors from its intricate pattern. Make my way over to Morgan, who's currently watching Tara dart around the building with a small, satisfied smile. It dissipates as I approach. We know I'm bleeding around a storm. I can't believe we ended up in this situation in the first place. Before I can say anything though, she beats me to it.
I'm really sorry about this. I truly am. If I'd thought the weather would turn so foul, I'd have never suggested we come out here.
I don't play fate. I don't get the joke.
The last thing I want to do is place you and Tara in any danger. I just wanted to show the two of you something tangible. Something different.
I swallow my harsh words. Chastising her to do us any good. Plus, she's right, the weather changed way faster than I would have expected. Or even thought possible. Just on my shoulders, trying to massage some warmth back into them.
Don't apologize yet. There's still plenty of time for us to die of starvation or something like that.
I think it's more likely that we die of exposure first.
Well, that's reassuring. Suddenly, a beam of light swipes across my face. It comes on Tara on the other side of the building.
Hey, come check out these books!
Morgan and I both start to head over.
By the way, how do you keep it so warm in here? I was looking for a heater or something, but couldn't find one.
It's magic, I think.
You know what? Not even gonna argue. Tara's waiting silently next to a stack of books. That's probably our first.
Check it out!
The wooden shelves are wrapped and damaged beyond repair, but they still retain their shape pretty well. The books that line them are in similar condition. When I remove one, its soft cover in the cover is rigid, and the text has faded into intelligibly. But flipping through the pages a few times are still readable. At least they would if I could understand the language.
Tell me these aren't filled with ancient incantations or something.
These aren't filled with ancient incantations.
She holds a book to her face, blowing a puff of air towards me, filling my face with dust. I wrinkle my nose, coughing and sputtering.
Hey, what the hell? You don't know what's floating around in here?
You're literally the only person alive who could be in a haunted church and not care at all.
She never said it was haunted, you know? And I'm sorry that I'm still a bit too shaken up over, you know, almost dying in a snowstorm.
Psh, we weren't ever in any real danger, I'm sure. Isn't that right, Morgan?
Actually, I wasn't sure we were going to make it here.
Tara's eyes widen, the reality of the situation hitting her at last. Then she grins.
That makes this an even more badass story for the vlog. Mads, you'll have to go hard on the wind sound effects. Maybe we should set the camera outside, get some footage of the blizzard?
She hurries to the window, abandons the camera on one of the pews, and picks it up, dancing around as she frames mock shots. Put my mouth to tell her how dumb it is when a trickle of dust spirals past me. The whole church shakes with a slight tremor, and more dust is displaced.
Earthquake?
That'll be icing this cake. Horribly ironic if we survived the blizzard only to die in this freak earthquake. Somebody tell me that's not what it is, though. Another tremor, slightly stronger this time, and a distant boom, like someone shooting a cannon in the forest. The others exchange a glance silently. For once, even Tara is silent. Boom. Stained glass window rattles. I hear Morgan sucking a breath. When I look at her, her eyes are wild and confused. Boom. The thunderstorm's getting closer. And the sound, a blistering crack that is recognized as a tree splintering. The winds, no matter how strong, should be able to do that. Wordlessly, Tara heads her over the front door. So my first thing is to call her back here to hope is safety. I find myself more curious than afraid. I have to know what it is. I have to see it. Morgan lingers behind us, unsure of what to say or do. Tara reaches the door and presses her shoulders against it. She pushes it open just a crack, or at least she tries to. The terrified wind catches and rips the door all the way open, as if presenting the scene before us. Struggling to comprehend what I'm seeing. Taller, even taller than the trees, stand what can I describe as a monster. Two enormous, lumbering red eyes peer out the back and expanse of this night sky. Neither the howling wind nor the bright snow seems to affect at all. Oh my god! Are we in Princess Mononoke's woods?
That's not possible.
It can't be happening. This can't be real. My legs about to collapse under me. My heart drops like a rock in my chest, and even heartbeat sends out a rush of blood through my body, so strong drowns out my cacophonous storm. Maddie, now's not the time for big words. Tara fumbles the camera, her hands shaking violently. Cursing and trembling, she struggles to sink to her face, completely losing her grip as she tries to focus on the thing in front of us. It's not how they use presence of mind to do that. My thoughts are blurred in my mind as it's best to process what I'm seeing. Like the forest itself came to life, like a whole mass of trees just uprooted themselves from the ground to form something that can't possibly exist. Branches twist and contort into each other. One tree splits into 10. Woods rotting to decay and grow new again. Spin from impossible red center. Oh my god, it is the monster from the spirit from Princess Mononoke. Kind of like lightning bolts permanently imprinted against the clouds. Though I can imagine its form is fleeting, every rational part of me tells me what I'm seeing shouldn't exist, that it is impossible. Yet, here it is. Undeniable. All I can do is stare. The red glow brightly burned my eyes, like it's staring right back at me. Maybe it is. The beast shuffles forward, its feet secured by the forest below. With each movement, there's another massive echo. Trees crack and snap in immense weight like twigs, flattening into nothing and buried under the snowfall. Slowly the beast slumbers off into the night and swallowed from sight by the darkness. So even the sound of the footsteps fade too. Not sure how long Tara and I remain petrified silence. I realized to fall on my knees, though I have no recollection of it happening. I feel like I have no recollection of anything, that nothing will ever make sense again. At some point Morgan comes to my side, helping Tara and I back indoors. My whole body is numb with either shock or the cold. Perhaps both. She leads us to bench is mostly intact. I collapse down on it, my legs still unwilling to support me. Glance at Tara, all the color gone from her face, and she's still trembling. Probably don't look much better. For a long time, none of us know what to say. We sit and wait until long after the snow has stopped falling, and morning arrives. Well, that was freaky. Alright. I think that's gonna be a good enough stopping point for our first stream tonight. If you have not watched Princess Mononoke, go do that. Alright, Luna, Hazel, any last words from you guys? So chat, how we're feeling? Feeling like we need to go find the mother and keep her from shooting that forest spirit. Alright, that's the last Princess Mononoke reference I'm gonna make. Promise. Luna, how many chapters are there? Luna? Fake fan. Doesn't know how many chapters are. Think of 6 or 7? Okay. I'll try to start earlier next week. Next Sunday, so we can get a bit, like, maybe 2 or 3 more done. Are they all around the same length? Alright, well, I think I'm gonna camcorder at exact lengths. Okay, well, I'll, once again, I'll try to start a bit earlier next time. Maybe get a bit more done. Yeah, probably play it by ear, lol. Alright, so, until then, have a gay old time, y'all. Peace.